The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is American Ramrod Coach Kendo Slice.
I would say, Jeff, that I'm happy to be here, but based on the last 48 hours, I don't know. I'm here because of those last 48 hours because I'm on vacation.
You're here in mourning, folks. Kendo is off on retreat in memory of...
It's the evening.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that in a moment. That man chuckling in the background is the last standing Samoan no more. He's the Bombay bad boy himself, Big Rig Nick Utown.
I would like to say that I am marked alive from death. I am still alive. I'm still here.
For now.
For now.
It would be the worst week in pop culture history if all of us died.
Wouldn't that just be the biggest kick in the dick?
It would be an incredible kick in the dick.
You know, like, I'm terrified to get in the car tomorrow. And I'm going to tell you, because Tuesday, I get in the car to leave Los Angeles to go back to Las Vegas, and I'm listening to the radio, and I get 3 Ozzy songs in a row from Classic Rewind, Vinyl, and Boneyard. And then Ozzy's Boneyard says, "Rip Ozzy." And Doofus messaged me, "Did you hear Ozzy died?" And at first, I had to take a double check because he's watching my cats, and one of them is named Ozzy. I'm like, did my cat know? Ozzy Osbourne, okay. So I was like, shit. And then today, get in the car, leaving Las Vegas to go to Phoenix. And I get a message from Jeff and another friend says, Hulk Hogan's dead. No, like, for real. I'm like, I have to drive home tomorrow from Phoenix to Vegas. Who's going to die because I'm in the car? I take responsibility.
Arsenio Hall.
I could live with that.
Oh, jeez.
He's at that wine and cheese party. Folks, that's where Dion is currently. He's at a wine and cheese party. Am I coming in better? I saw a couple people in the chat said I sounded pretty low.
No, you're
Loud and clear.
All right, cool. There you go. I'll pay attention to the chat. Let me know, folks. We want to give you the best show possible. Now, tonight, folks, in a moment, we are going to talk about the celebrity passings. We're going to give you a review of the new Fantastic Four and a lot more. And yes, Dion is here. He's in the back trying to take care of his mic settings because, you know, technology hates us. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you guys an awesome show tonight. First, we're going to check in with you. Then we're going to hit those topics. But first, our friend Georgian, who's been a member for 29 months. Thank you very much, Georgian, for all 29 months of those support. Says, answering the WCBS tweet, Sydney Sweeney is coming out with a lingerie underwear line as well as backed by Jeff Bezos. It came up on another channel, Pop Culture Crisis, when they were discussing her as a potential Bond girl. Okay, let's use this time to talk about Sydney Sweeney is a Bond girl, and I'm going to see what this Pop Culture Crisis channel is about. Maybe that'd be a fun crossover. Would Sydney Sweeney work as a Bond girl? They've done American Bond girls many times over, but I think the last one was Halle Berry.
Well, that's Halle Berry.
Okay, fine. The last one before that was Denise Richards.
She was fine. She was good. Yeah,
she was
right.
sexy. She was fine, but man,
I just didn't like the name. Christmas Jones was a little like, I was like, why did you go that route? Like, what was that about?
So Christmas could come twice a year?
Yeah, pretty much. I think
that's pretty much it. That's literally the only reason, and it's that last joke at the end of the movie. That's the only reason.
I didn't. Yeah, that was my only gripe, was like her name. But other than that, I mean, she did great. She was a good Bond girl. Sydney Sweeney, I think I think if they do that, they really want people to watch it. I don't know who's going to be the new Bond. There have been rumors about all kinds of people. So, but we'll see. Hopefully, they don't screw it up. But you know,
I was really a fan of Ana de Armas as a Bond girl, but that movie was terrible, and you know she'll never come back since Daniel Craig's Bond is over with. But
yeah, no, she
Thank
did.
God.
No, she did great. She did great. And you know that small role she had. That's why she got Ballerina, I think, which is a terrible
movie. Was not good.
It was not good. I feel bad for her because like, it just wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Well, sometimes the ratty just fails you, Nick.
Yep.
Yeah, we've all watched Fan Four Stick. The writing failed that movie as well as every other part.
Bigly.
Dude, I was at a 4th of July party, and they had the Sydney Sweeney soap there. Like, they got one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gives her a certificate of authenticity and all.
That's a little much.
Well, I mean, I get it. It's kind of okay. So, like, in the world of like collecting, that would be like me getting the autograph of like Willie McGee, which means nothing to you guys. But as a 90s kid in St. Louis, that was a big fucking deal to get a Willie McGee autograph. So, like, you get that, and you just kind of put it up there and be like, yeah, fucking Willie McGee. I would think the Sydney Sweeney soap has to be, like, kind of along the same lines, except for more sad.
I mean, you know, if you can grab it and that's your thing, that's cool. But, like, I don't really give a shit, personally.
About Sydney Sweeney or Willie McGee, because one of those could lead to a fight.
The soap. I'm talking about the soap.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't buy the soap for the record. My cousin's just like, hey, look what we have. And he opened up this. I'll send you the picture. It's a picture of him holding the box. I'm like, oh shit, you bought the soap. Cool.
Wouldn't you be more impressed though, and probably shit your pants if he was said, hey, look who's here at my party, and instead of opening the Sydney Sweeney soap box, Sydney Sweeney was standing there?
I'd be very surprised. My cousin is married with a couple of kids. I'd be like, all right, man, I guess you're throwing your life away for Sydney Sweeney. I would too. But it'd be a fun couple of weeks, and then she'll get tired of you as she advertises for, I don't know, Nerf and Kicks for cereal or whatever. What are Kicks are for kids?
There you go.
Oh, those are Tricks. I don't remember. Sydney Sweeney and Tricks is something else. Yeah, Turnham is right. Our friend Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division. That's a great name. What up, Bruce? How you doing? How you been? It's been a while. Gonna shout out Julian LaFay, the OG programmer / founder for Bethesda, made Arena and Daggerfall, and for Elder Scrolls. He passed away Sunday. Rest in peace.
Wow, it's been jeez. Okay. Whew.
That's
don't walk around any construction sites this week. God.
So, yeah, dude. The devil's magic is out there, folks. It's out there, maybe, if you believe those type of things. Or it's just we live in an era where we had a lot of famous people from the 60s and 70s, and those people are all fucking old now.
Whose fucking Roomba dragged dog shit across their Ouija board carpet? Who fucking did that?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
She got her goop everywhere.
She got her goop everywhere. She lit too many vagina candles. Bad shit happens when you do that.
Yeah, she lit one too many vagina candles.
You know what it is?
It's
fucking cold. It's Coldplay.
It's Coldplay?
No. See, so like the best joke from last week was Coldplay hadn't released a single hadn't created a single in years, and then one night they made 2, technically 4 if you want to get technical, but that CEO resigned, that HR lady resigned. Somehow they tore a hole in the fabric of space and time, and now they're killing celebrities.
Did CERN start firing up again as well? Like, I got to check into that and see.
I mean, I've watched a lot of Brian Cox videos lately because, OG hero of mine. Yes, yeah, I'll just go. No, I mean, he's cool. The physicist.
Oh, sorry. I just know of old British Brian Cox. Continue.
I mean, he's cool as shit, too. He's the McDonald's guy. They don't sponsor in this podcast.
No, we're not loving that. We'd love the money.
No.
McDonald's
sponsor us. Yeah, we're here for that shit.
Delicious.
Yeah, I had a spicy the snack wrap the other day. It was fine, and depending on how much they're going to pay us, that could be great. But yeah, what were we talking about? Fuck it.
CERN and the
Coldplay is killing celebrities. So yeah, there you go, folks. Chris Martin and Coldplay are single-handedly taking out the people that you love.
But what does Chris Martin and Coldplay, what do they have against Bethesda and Arena and Daggerfall and Elder Scrolls? Those are quality games, especially Elder Scrolls. Like,
they couldn't get past Fallout 3.
They gotta get good.
Yeah, they never got the fucking armor, and they got lost in Arlington, and Chris Martin just couldn't handle that shit, and he wanted to get all the Nuka-Cola caps, and he couldn't, and he set off the bomb but wanted the bobblehead, and it's just like he got very angry at how many times he had to restart that game.
Speaking of games, you see Twisted Metal, the show's coming back next week, Nick?
Oh, dude, I can't fucking wait.
That was a good show. I thought it was much better than Fallout, the show.
Yeah, no, it was so much fun, and I'm happy it's coming back. That's one thing I hate is like these shows take forever to make and put out, but it's the system. It's fine. At least we're getting good shows, so it's okay.
Yeah, and it won't be 45 hours of Stranger Things season 3. However fucking long that is. That has to be fake.
God, do you have a picture of that by chance?
I do. I'll send it to you in a moment. But our friend Troubles08 has the word of the day for us, brother. In honor of Hulk Hogan, the word of the day is brother. Brother, dude, where's my brother? Feeling good, brother, on a crazy train, brother. Debbie does brother, Star Wars brother, and a fistful of brother.
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Brother.
I'm going to be cheap. Oh, brother, where art thou?
The Divine Secrets of the Yaya Brotherhood. Totally different movie.
Yeah.
I think it's a Swedish film.
Saving Brother Ryan.
Oh, I'd watch that. It's about a priest that gets kidnapped during the war.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would work.
And he's an Irish priest.
Yeah. How about Brother and Butthead Do America?
Yeah, that's going. Happy Brother.
What's eating Gilbert's brother?
I think he was kind of retarded in that movie, but I mean,
a flesh-eating bacteria, Jeff. A flesh-eating bacteria. That's what.
Okay.
Or Leonardo DiCaprio was just playing himself. I'm not sure. Or Brother Gilbert.
Brother flew over the cuckoo's nest.
One brother flew over the cuckoo's nest. There you go. It's like a fucking blaxploitation film.
That's what I say. That should be a black reimagining. Brother Nick Murphy.
Don't say that. Netflix will do it.
We should do it as a parody. Fuck them.
One brother flew over that cuckoo's nest. There you go. So
it's not racist if I write it. It's okay.
No, yeah. Jeff Hicks is ghostwriting this screenplay.
Yeah, like Terminegro when he starts popping up in a little comic book shorts. It won't be racist.
There you go, Brother Negro. There you go. It works both ways.
Is it a wrestler phrase? Brother Negro. That's what Dion and I used to say to each other when he was doing that gimmick.
Only if we can get Michael J. White to play him, all right? That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Or we just.
Oh, there you go. Michael J. White starring in Black Brother or Brother Dynamite.
Brother Dynamite. How about Boss Brother Nick? There you go, your favorite title.
Or Brother.
Wait, Kendo cut out. Oh, never mind. There we go.
Am I still here? There's something was in the ether. I said what I said.
You got Zuck on Facebook.
I mean, in honor of Hulk Hogan.
That's true, brother. Folks, send your brother titles in. We'll be checking yours out right now. Let's see. We got Pee-wee's Big Brother.
Could you imagine that Pee-wee going to Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and asking for a Big Brother?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Still looking for his damn bike.
Yeah, Paul Rubens is running around like fucking Paul Newman. That's his big brother. That would be great. I'd watch that.
Oh my gosh!
Thank you, FilmFan99. Appreciate that compliment. We have Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Brothers. Hulk Hogan could have learned that.
There you go.
Back to the brother. Brother, where's my car? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Brother.
Winner. That's it. Stop. We're done. That's the winner.
Okay, folks. I wish you guys were more into Photoshop because we would love for somebody to make us a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Brother poster that we could show next week on the show.
We gotta have that. Somebody look. I don't know how many people listening. I don't have access to that, but there's at least 6 of you. One of you has to know how to do Photoshop and make that poster.
Yes, please. Send it to info@worldclassbullshitters.com, and we will show that on air, and we'll give you a shout-out, and you'll become the listener of the week. And let's get that rotating again. We'd like some more fan engagement, so just shoot us an email, folks, and we will read your emails. Okay, Darian217, thank you very much. He says, how's the Deadpool looking, Kendo? Also, did Dion try turning his microphone off and on again? Detention button.
Dude, on one hand, I want to say that I'm happy with the way the Deadpool is going because there's a lot of ground still to make. There's August, September, October, November, December, 5 months left in this year. And, it's anybody's ball game. But at the other hand, there's only one death in the Deadpool this year. That is really fucking sad and pathetic considering it was a 95-year-old Gene Hackman. I know
What
when.
about Gene Hackman's passing?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, when I order the trophy, it will be the Gene Hackman Memorial Trophy, and I kind of want to get like they don't exist, but if somebody would like to create the Gene Hackman, Lex Luthor, and Ned Beatty, Otis figures to put on top of it, I will gladly do that.
Lex Luthor just came out.
Is it Gene Hackman?
Yes, Gene Hackman. They made a set from the Christopher Reeve Superman movie. 4 of them.
Nice.
It's Superman, Clark Kent, Lois, and him.
All right, so let's get the Hackman, and we'll put him on top of our trophy, and it'll be because it's going to be the Gene Hackman Memorial Trophy since he's the first of our official Deadpool to die. But I'm also extremely disappointed that we've only had one go down because Ozzy went, and I was in the middle of driving. I was literally in Baker, California when I stopped and was like, I got to check the list. No, nobody had Ozzy? Shit, okay. And then this morning, I was between where I think it was Wickenburg, Arizona, and I had signal again, and I'm like, Loudy is like, oh, yeah, Wickenburg. It's like Otisburg. And
thank you.
Loudy is all like, I don't have the email with the list. So I'm driving through there, and I pull up the list that I sent to Dion because he was the only one that didn't respond to that email about, hey, give me your email address so I can send you the list. Sent it to him, and I'm looking as I'm driving on the road, and I'm like, fuck, nobody had Hulk Hogan either. Shit. Okay. Well, it's anybody's ball game with 5 months left, boys.
I'm about to say, I'm pretty sure I have the list saved in my email or at least in my Google Drive. Like it's there. So
it's in my email. It's in my drive. I also have my own like little personal, I guess for lack of better term, black book. It's one of those little mini 5-star notebook things, and yeah, it's where all our shit's at for the Deadpool. And unfortunately, we've only got one person that's gone down. But if you folks want to follow along to a OG Deadpool, deathlist.net is where you can find an OG Deadpool going back to, I want to say, 89. Oh, wow. And they've been doing this a long time, and they're only on 5 for the year, which is crazy because last year I think they only had like 4, and their record year was 2020 when they got like 19. And they've got like specific rules and things like, oh, they can only carry over. They put 50 and they can only have 25 from the previous year. And same shit we do. Like, you got to be famous for something other than being sick and other that stuff. So like, check those out. It's fun. Create your own Deadpools. Cheat off of us because I stole this idea from a different Deadpool I was in that I won multiple times because at one time, I was apparently gifted at prognosticating these things, and this year I'm not.
No.
Unless Dave Coulier goes down, and then folks, you don't want Dion to win this, okay? He won our fantasy football league last year, and I was surprised by the fact that we only heard about it for about a week. I expected that to last way longer, and if he wins the Deadpool this year, I figure we won't stop hearing about the end of it until like 2 weeks. So, folks, we can't have that happen. No. So, Dave Coulier or somebody on Jeff's list or Nick's list, pray for celebrities to die. No, wait, don't. That's not the right wordage. Hope that older, famous people that were not 95 years old maybe don't see 2026.
I think I'm going to put George Lazenby on my list early on.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, that's a good choice. I'm thinking about maybe adopting some
music of James Bond, so that's on the forefront of my mind.
Again, that's a good choice. He is the oldest living Bond at this point, right? Because he's older than Dalton, right? It's got to be.
Yeah.
Because Dalton's he's got to be like close to 80, right?
He was James Bond 20 years before Timothy Dalton. Well, 18.
So. Yeah, but still, he was I thought a younger man.
Well, Dalton thought he was too young to play James Bond in 1969 when they first approached him, so there you go.
Still a great Bond.
Let's give Darian his button.
You had enough yet?
No.
That's another one.
So?
You just say the word, I'll keep going.
Go.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
Mo.
Your mother was a...
Ho.
He was a famous clown.
Bobo.
Mitch, cut it out.
One of those 3 is not Deadpool eligible because he's already dead.
Wait, which one?
Isn't the principal there dead?
Oh yeah, sorry, Paul Gleason. I thought you meant one of the kids. I was like, wait, Mitch is
No,
dead?
no. That's why I said That's why I said one of the three. Mitch is still alive. The other boner is still alive, I think. Paul Gleason is no longer with us, though. Fantastic character actor.
Yeah, he was great. I love him in Trading Places. Fuck off. And just right as he's on the phone.
Yeah, fucking Clarence Peaks.
It was the Dukes. Adama, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, hey, bullshitters, in honor of the Prince of Darkness, give us your top 3 favorite Ozzy Osbourne songs. And in honor of the real American, Hulk Hogan brother, your 3 favorite Hogan matches. We're going to wait to give you the Hogan matches until Dion rolls up, but I don't know Dion as much of an Ozzy fan, so let's answer that first question first. Kendo, do you need a minute, or would you like me to go?
Am I allowed to use Black Sabbath as well?
I would, because I am.
Okay, so fuck. All right, so "Shot in the Dark" is probably my favorite solo Ozzy song. All right, you go.
I like Crazy Train. I like Walk on Water. And, I mean, if we count Black Sabbath, Iron Man kicks ass. War Pigs is great. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne was just, he had a lot of great music. So, those are my 3. Nick, do you like the Ozzy?
Yeah, no, I completely forgot about War Pigs. War Pigs is definitely up there. It's gotta be Iron Man, and it's gotta be Black Sabbath. Those are my 3.
Fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna go with "Shot in the Dark." I would say "Neon Nights," but that's fucking Ronnie James Dio. He's been dead way longer. It's a joke. I'm gonna go "Shot in the Dark." Fuck.
Oh, I forgot about Mr. Crowley. That's a great song.
Yeah, Mr. Crowley's really good. Mr. Tinker Train's a really fucking good song too. Dude, it's so hard because there's so many goddamn good songs. Crazy Train, "Shot in the Dark," War Pigs, and Electric Funeral.
Electric Funeral is a good one. I was going to say that one.
Yeah, I don't like answering that question because it's so fucking hard. Sabbath and Ozzy on his own. So many fucking good songs. Except for the one he did with Lita Ford. I hate that song.
Yeah, I don't like her.
Wait,
I don't.
Lita Ford, okay.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
Miss Lita.
Yeah. Not wrestling Lita.
Yeah, I don't want to wrestle her either. And Adama, we will give you a much more in-depth Hulk Hogan answer because I'll tell you why I like those matches too. So thank you, Adama. And folks, let us know in the chat. I've been seeing some of your favorite Ozzy songs. When we get to the Hogan matches, let us know some of your favorites as well. Our friend Rita Soros is here. It says, R.I.P. George Koemans, the guitarist and co-lead of the singer Dutch group Old Nearing. I like that band.
Yeah, yeah.
Radar Love and Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone's a
Dude,
great
fucking
song.
Twilight's such a great song.
When
That
the
is
bullet
like,
hits the bone.
yeah, that's a great fucking song. Dude, fucking Radar. It's another one. Did he die today? Because Radar Love was on Classic Rewind multiple times while I was driving down today over 5 hours. So maybe there's just something. Maybe I should just stop listening to Sirius Radio.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. You have the Grim Reaper touch. Please don't listen
Dude.
to Tears for Fears. Don't listen to 80s on 8. If they
Don't
die,
listen to 80s on 8?
yeah, just stay off 80s
No.
on 8. Go listen, go listen to 90s on 9. We can get rid of Britney Spears, the Backstreet
Yeah,
Boys,
go ahead.
NSYNC.
No, that's the thing is I can't do that because no, see, 80s on 8 I listen to. I will click on that one quite a bit. 90s on 9 I don't. I don't even fucking click on it anymore because even when Oasis pops up, it's always fucking Wonderwall.
Your favorite song, right?
They've got so many. Look, Oasis is 100% in my top favorite, maybe 3 bands of all time. I'm disappointed in the fact that, I mean, I'm happy they finally got back together. I'm disappointed that the only place they're playing close to me is fucking Pasadena, and the tickets are like $500 for the shittiest seat.
Yeah, but it's a once-in-a-lifetime event, man.
No, well, that very well could be true because there's a good chance that fucking Liam and Noel could get into a fight again on this tour and break up. But at the same time, it's like, God damn it! Every time, it's always fucking Wonderwall. and that song sucks compared to a lot of the other shit they've got.
You know, I'd rather listen to that than "Don't Look Back in Anger" because that song just.
To be fair, I will give you. I'll give you that one too. It's better than Wonderwall's better. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Yeah, brother. Let's see. Yeah, R.I.P. to Golden Earring singer George Kooymans. Like I said, Twilight Zone is one of my favorite songs. Especially listening to that shit at night when you're driving on the highway. It's like it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit, it is 2 a.m. And you just kind of rock out to stay awake because you're...
Fucking Radar Love is a great road trip song.
It is. It's in Rock Band. It's in Guitar Hero Rocks the 80s. It's always a fun one to play, too. Was Ozzy ever in one of those Rock Band games or Guitar Hero games? I feel like he should have been at least DLC as a character.
I want to say Bark at the Moon was in one. I don't know. I know
Bark at the Moon's in the first Guitar Hero because it's one of the hardest songs to play.
Yeah, because in Guitar Hero 2, the hardest song to play, I think, is Hangar 18, because can you really replicate Dave Mustaine? No.
I can't, and I won't try. But Through the Fire and Flames is the final song of Guitar Hero 3, and that song's bullshit because it's a keyboard that you have to play the guitar for in the opening. It's just ridiculous. Folks, that has been my Guitar Hero soliloquy. Join me never. Actually, over on Patreon, we cover all kinds of stuff. Like, we gave you a Happy Gilmore... Oh, I gotta upload that. I just finished rendering it. A Happy Gilmore Adam Sandler preview. So, listen to that. Check out the movie.
I am looking forward to... Dude, we're gonna leave here at some point tomorrow. When we get home, I'm gonna be like, is everybody comfortable? Is everybody happy? Okay, don't talk to me for at least 2 hours. I gotta go watch Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do this Saturday. I was going to watch Diamonds Are Forever, but I just realized I hate that movie. So I'm going to watch Happy Gilmore too. We'll get together on Patreon this week and we'll talk about it. How's that?
No, let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
We have been giving you a lot more Patreon content only due to a technical error, and Nick knows about this. I got to send you the file. Our Jaws commentary and our Dick Tracy commentaries are coming next week. I just went to upload it, and for some reason, it wouldn't show up in my VLC or my Shotcut player. So... Taking care of that editing gaff, and we'll give that to you guys. Remember, there's the $1 tier, there's the audio tier, and then there's the video tier, and higher if you want to support higher. But we're giving you guys tons of world-class content, and we're going to keep pushing ourselves to 250K. That's our goal. So, folks, join us.
Those two commentaries were a lot of fun. We back-to-back that shit. Jaws was a lot of fun. And Dick Tracy was even more fun because I think I was about half a bottle into Buffalo Trace at that point. And yeah, I love that movie.
Oh, I had a great time watching it. It's one of those situations where I don't dislike Dick Tracy. I just don't love it as much as you guys, but I had a great time watching it.
No, it was fun watching it again. It's been a while. I need to definitely buy the Blu-ray for that because I just need to
such a fun movie.
Such a fun movie.
Definitely.
Really
oh shit, he's back. Can we hear him?
What about now?
There he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Mr. Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children, ducks, chickens, dogs, and all that in between. I have never missed you as much as I have through these tough moments of getting my microphone to work. I missed you. I was afraid that I'd never see or talk to you ever again. America, I love you. Forgive me.
We're happy to have you too here, Dion.
Let's go.
See this. I'm glad you unplugged it and plugged it back in real quick, and
I had to hack the mainframe. I had to call my girl Trinity, and I said, "I'm in."
That is a good-looking woman in the Matrix. Like
she is. Fine,
when we watched that at Jake's wedding, I was like, "Oh, I guess I've always had a thing for her in that damn leather outfit." Listen, oh well, I'm a guy after all. Xavier God says,
always get it.
Xavier God has a super chat for us before we jump into the other subject tonight. Will this be the first time Hogan is buried? I think so.
Dude.
Well, yes, technically yes, but people use the term burial way too easy nowadays in wrestling. Just because a guy catches a loss when he's hot doesn't mean he's buried. Like,
is there a bigger loss that Hogan can fall to, though?
I mean, as Dion and I discussed earlier today, death does no jobs. Okay, we all, everyone, me, you, Dion, Nick, people listening, we all got to put that motherfucker over at some point. Okay, the Reaper does no jobs. He does not count the lights. He's the only person that can pull the whole that don't work for me, brother, and it sticks. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
But in terms of burial, yes, technically, yes, you'll be buried. But in terms of wrestling, most of your favorite wrestlers that lose a match or two aren't buried. Just because he loses a big match doesn't mean he's buried. Buried is that term is so overused in wrestling talk nowadays. It's unreal.
Welcome to the internet.
Yes, Pixel Forge. I've been following all the Comic-Con toy releases, like way more than I need to. I have a list of shit I'm gonna buy, and The Rock as M. Bison is on that list, as well as The Rock and the $500 shirt, and the New Age Outlaws, and China, and
You better call
Stone
somebody.
Cold. Yeah, I'm gonna call everybody. Like, look what I bought, motherfucker. There's a new Hulk Hogan I'm gonna get. Like, there's all kinds of great figures.
You could just send me a text message. That would work better. I'd be like, why are you calling me to tell me this? A
I
text
did
would
meet this
do.
woman at the movie theater today that started talking to me about toys, and she's a big TMNT collector. She's very excited for that 1988 Reloaded pack. So
I am equally excited for that pack. I plan on buying 2.
now, folks in the chat, thanks for letting us know about the audio. I've been playing around with some features. StreamYard isn't the greatest. So Kendo, I got you turned down. Dion, you should be equalized with me. Apparently, I come in soft, but I have Nick and I
You
have the highest
sound
end mics.
normal. So
I
like
edited
I'm
my sound too. I saw that too. So let me know if I'm too loud, baby.
dude, I'm on my headphones and you guys sound fairly similar to when I'm on the computer. The intro music was a little toned down, but you sound 100% normal. But then again, I'm on my cell phone speaking, but I've got my normal headphones in.
Smart ass
Well-
theory, and I'm talking now. This time frame starting now. Okay. Oh, Fantastic Four. Ah!
We'll talk about that in a moment. So, folks, we have 4 crazy celebrity deaths that have happened over the past week. Really 5 if you count the man from Golden Earring, as well as who else passed away? Somebody else recently, too. So I think it's actually like 6. But this has probably been one of the biggest in terms of the enormity of the people's careers. Because when
A lot in 4 days. No, not even 4 days, 3 days.
Yeah.
3.
Because first, Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away, and we're going to give you guys a little bit of a eulogy / obituary for all these people, including their career highlights. And then Ozzy Osbourne, I mean, one of the biggest rock gods ever. Hulk Hogan, arguably the biggest wrestler ever. And then Chuck Mangione. He was on King of the Hill. But, oh yeah, Connie Francis, thank you. That was the other one. That was the
damn,
other
I
one.
forgot Connie Francis.
Yep.
Was it? Damn.
Now, let's start with Malcolm Jamal Warner. So, Malcolm Jamal Warner, born August 18th, 1970 in Jersey City, New Jersey, and was raised in Los Angeles, passed away on July 20th, 2025, at the age of 54, drowning in a rip current while swimming at Playa Cocoles, Costa Rica, during a family vacation. Best known for his iconic role as Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, Warner earned an Emmy nomination and later starred in Malcolm and Eddie, The Resident, in films like Fool's Gold. A Grammy-winning musician for Jesus Children in 2015 and creator of the podcast Not All Hood, he championed identity and mental health. He's survived by his wife and daughter. And it says Warner's warmth, talent, and cultural contributions have left a lasting legacy mourned by peers like Tracy Ellis Ross and Angela Bassett. So my brain instantly goes to Theo Huxtable when I think of him, but my favorite thing he ever starred in was Malcolm and Eddie, because I don't really like The Cosby Show, but I liked Malcolm and Eddie a lot as a kid.
Yeah, man.
I know, Eddie Griffin used to be funny. He's probably still funny. He's just not in a ton of stuff, to be honest.
He's not in tons of stuff, and he is definitely in unk mode where he be saying some wild shit now. He's not as smooth as he used to be.
I thought Eddie Griffin was the shit, though, in
Dude,
Deuce
he's
Bigelow.
Dude,
Lucy, you a best mangina.
one of our best Thirsty Thursdays was I think they had put him on Netflix and had Malcolm and Eddie, and you and I got fucked up and watched Malcolm and Eddie, man, and that shit was still funny, and this was in college,
That was like
show had been
15
long
years
over.
after it edited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. So
yeah.
that shit-
Eddie Griffin. Yeah, he's gone off the rails a lot.
yeah, he wild, he now he be saying some wild stuff.
Dion, the cards are going to be played right next weekend. We can watch Malcolm and Eddie. We don't have to
Yeah.
be sober either.
Let's go.
Guys, anything else with Malcolm Jamal Warner? Because I'll be honest, I only knew him from a couple of things, but whenever I'd see him, I'm like, hey, look, it's Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Again, that was me. Same thing. He was always from, the Cosby Show. Like, I knew him from the Cosby Show. If he popped up anywhere else, but hey, it's, Theo. And, it's sad. It was one of those out of nowhere things, but he also sort of reinforced a negative stereotype, and that's kind of disappointing.
That was the first thing you said to us the other day. I was like, damn, dude.
Woo!
God damn, man.
Jeez. Oh, wow. Okay.
Spicy, man. Burn my fingers, man. Damn.
Put the Takis down, Dion. Dion doesn't eat Takis, folks. I'm sorry.
Hell no. Yeah, I'm too old.
That's great. Those Takis suck.
I didn't realize Malcolm.
They're shitty, and then that's one of those reasons where it's like the only time I eat them is when my wife wants to eat them for like a throwback. Let's watch some '90s shit, and I'm like, I remember.
Dude, don't just buy the hot Cheetos.
I agree.
They taste like shit. They're like extra stale Doritos. Just buy the fucking hot Cheetos. That's what I do.
Listen, and I will die on the hill. There was an assassination campaign against Cheetos to get Takis over, and that was bullshit. And it started when we was in college because Flamin' Cheetos. I get the nostalgia, but come on now.
I have yet to eat a Taki, and I won't change that. Sorry.
Don't.
You're
They're the in thing now. Every kid loves the Takis, but it's like, dude, Flamin' Hot Cheetos, Flamin' Hot Lime Cheetos, extra Flamin' Hot Cheetos. That's
where it's at, man. Come on.
That's where it's at.
When you wanna. You done had one of them times. You're like, listen, I'm gonna push it to the limit right now. I'm gonna watch
they come in a black backgrounded bag for a reason, because you eat a bag of those, you're gonna black out. That's where you're heading to pass out.
Go easy on the tequila after you eat one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna eat this bag of extra Flamin' Hot Cheetos. You're gonna black out when you're shitting this stuff out tomorrow. You will get lightheaded and you were falling off that toilet.
If you're in your 30s, but then back then, that was like the spice. You like, come here, baby. I'm gonna do something to you. I done had them extra.
I think we just proved our point, though, how little we know about Malcolm Jamal Warner, because our talk moved into Cheetos and Takis.
Terrible.
May you rest in peace, Theo.
No, technically,
we're reinforcing yet another negative stereotype.
He was in the Cheeto Puffs commercial.
Oh shit! Okay, but there you go.
Never mind. It all connects. He was in the Cheetos commercial. We all love Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Or 98, because Malcolm and Eddie was 97 and 98. No, it was 99, right?
It was earlier. It was on earlier than 99, but I could just look this up, but I won't, because do you really care?
We're trying to flex our, online such and such. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but I don't think most people remember Malcolm and Eddie even existed.
Malcolm and Eddie.
I think only 2 seasons, right?
Malcolm and Eddie, 96 to 2000.
Oh, okay.
It made it to the year. Spider-Man's on that show. Holy shit.
Let's see. It looks like it was.
It was on the WB.
Yep.
4 seasons. Yep.
Damn.
Well, I'm glad Spider-Man was on that. Now, let's talk about the next celebrity who passed away this week. We're doing these in chronological order, folks. Ozzy Osbourne, born John Michael Osbourne on December 3rd, 1948 in Birmingham, England, passed away on July 22nd, 2025 at 76, leaving an unparalleled legacy as the Prince of Darkness. Raised in a working-class family in Anston, Osbourne overcame dyslexia, ADHD, and a brief stint in prison for burglary to co-found Black Sabbath in 1968 with Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward. The band's groundbreaking albums, including Black Sabbath and Paranoid, with hits like Iron Man and War Pigs, defined heavy metal. Fired from Sabbath in 1979 due to substance abuse, Osbourne launched a solo career with the Blizzard of Oz in 1980 featuring Crazy Train and released 13 platinum albums. His notorious antics like biting the head off of a bat in 1982 cemented his wild reputation, while the Osbournes revealed a lovable, chaotic family man. Osbourne's honors include 5 Grammys, 2 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions with Sabbath in 2006 and a solo last year in 2024, and founding Ozfest, a metal festival that launched countless bands. Osbourne's later years were marked by health struggles, including a 2003 ATV accident, spinal surgeries, and Parkinson's diagnosis in 2003 as well, revealed publicly in 2020. Despite mobility issues, he performed his final concert on July 5th, 2025, reuniting with Black Sabbath for a triumphant farewell in Birmingham, joined by Metallica, Guns N' Roses, and others. Osbourne died in Birmingham surrounded by his family, his wife Sharon, children Jack, Kelly, Amy, Jessica, Lewis, and Elliot, and he died from a heart attack, likely exacerbated from his Parkinson's and years of substance abuse. Tributes from peers like Elton John, Youngblood, and Metallica poured in, celebrating his fearless theatricality and influence. Survived by Sharon, his manager and wife since 1982, Osbourne's raw energy and dark romanticism will inspire generations as fans remember him shouting, "Let the madness begin." What a wonderful eulogy. But what do you guys think about... Dion, we talked about our favorite Ozzy songs. What are some of your favorites?
I mean, War Pigs, obviously, that's just such a kick-ass song, and that's coming from someone who was, not at all a metal fan, and that,
No, you don't
freaking easy, but then, the character of, he was always somewhere doing something crazy, and that dude, that's who you thought of as a fucking rock star, man. He was something else, and he was always entertaining, even though you knew, like, man, that dude's a wild man. He's a wild man, and thank God he can afford it.
Yeah. I will say there's one movie that comes to mind that I really love. It's an obscure kind of 80s movie. It's called Trick or Treat from 1986.
Yeah.
He's a background character for a bit, for a minute in there. You like it's long enough to really know who he is, but he plays a reverend who's like against rock music.
That's ironic.
Yeah, it's real. It's like he's got the suit on, doing the voice. He's got his hair slicked back, and he looks entirely normal. It's really strange, but he's there for like a good time, like a good minute. Like you know who he is, and he's saying stuff, and they do like a long cut on him and everything. Like it's a really good movie, so I would check it out.
Did you ever watch the Osbournes, guys, back in the day? Like,
I hated that
was
show.
everywhere.
No, I didn't watch it until I was in college, so it had been over. But watching reruns, especially my wife's a fucking white woman from suburbia, so like watching replays of it and shit. So I watched it as an adult.
I watched Rock of Love with your wife many times.
Yes, I do love that show.
I watched it when it first came out because it's like, oh shit, Ozzy Osbourne has a reality show. I hate reality shows, but I love Ozzy, so I want to give this a try. I got a couple episodes. I'm like, I hate his family. I just want to watch Ozzy. I'm interested in him, not everything around him. So like, I tapped out after like 3 episodes, maybe. But I will say my favorite Ozzy memory is being chastised by my grandmother for listening to Ozzy Osbourne as a 20-something-year-old adult. Because
Grandma just didn't like to rock out. I got it.
Clearly, I don't know what it was, but for some reason, like, I had I think that we were in the sort of smartphone age. So we're like talking 2009 or 10, and
Yep.
I was listening to a little bit of music, and I was living at grandma's at that point and helping take care of her because she was getting a little bit older. Grandpa was dead, and she needed somebody around to help her out and fucking doing some college schoolwork or work. I don't know which one it was. And I had some music playing, and Ozzy was on there, and she's like, "What are you listening to?" I'm like, I don't know, it's either Ozzy or Sabbath, one of the two. And she's like, oh, and she just went on a fucking diatribe about Satan and hell and all sorts of really bad things and how I shouldn't listen to that type of music. And I'm like, I'm 28.
I mean, can you blame her, though? He bit the head off a bat.
I get it. Like, there was lots of bad, Magumbo going on with Ozzy Osbourne during the years that she would watch the news and things like that. So I can understand why that woman, as wonderful as she was, had a very negative connotation about Ozzy Osbourne. But at the end of the day, it's like, I was in my 20s. It's like, are you really, really protecting me at this point? Because I'm just going to listen to it when I get in my car to go pick up the medicine. She's trying to protect your
soul from eternal damnation, okay?
Which is fine. I'm sure that woman, if there is one, went to heaven because she was a saint.
Same with my grandma. Great lady.
Minus the things that she said about certain minorities, but she was a nice lady.
Oh, my grandma didn't express those sentiments, even though she was white.
Mine did, but never in a fully hateful way.
I was sucked into the Osbournes back in the day because it was like we first got DirecTV when the year that show came out, and I was like, oh, everybody's talking about it. I'll check it out. And I remember the episode where he couldn't use his remote control, and that's about it. I wasn't a fan of his kids. I'm not a fan of his wife. I'm a fan of him. And so this show was kind of a hard sell for me. But it was cool to see his house. Like, it was like an episode of Cribs that never ended.
Yeah. They were all insufferable assholes though. Like I couldn't fucking stand that show. Like it was at the time of like the height of reality TV, and like every channel had their shit, and MTV was almost the most egregious channel that did a bunch of that stuff, and I just didn't fucking care. And I was like, why is this what you're doing now? Why?
I will interject one thing. The biggest knock I have on his family is that Ozzy is was, because he's dead, an Aston Villa fan, and his son decided to be a Birmingham City fan. That means nothing to you guys, but that's like a direct city rival. So he intentionally went against his dad just to be a dick.
Well, he's also like I think he has his own paranormal like channel or show or whatever on A&E.
Oh, so he's stupid too.
Yeah,
I mean, sick though.
Yeah, I think he had to stop doing it because he got like really sick and couldn't do any of that stuff anymore. They started a podcast because everybody does.
Yeah, well, we've been doing it longer.
We have.
What other questions did I have for Ozzy? Yeah, here's the big question though. Like, where do you rank him among rock gods? Because, I mean, you could say people like Dio.
He's on Mount Rushmore for sure.
Oh yeah,
No,
I think he's number
sure.
one. Like when I think of like heavy metal and like, because I think of bands, but I don't think of people. I think of him, even outside of Black Sabbath. He has his own career. Like we said, 13 platinum selling albums. I mean, his career alone arguably is bigger than his career with any group. So, and like you can't separate Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones or Keith Richards. You can't separate Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. You can't separate the guys from Metallica because it's just they're Metallica. But you can separate Dave Mustaine, and don't you get Megadeth then, Kendo?
You do, because it's funny. Ozzy was fired from Black Sabbath for substance issues. Dave Mustaine was fired from Metallica for substance issues when they were colloquially known as Alcoholica. So to get fired from that group for substance issues at that time, you really had to be on the sauce. And but yeah, you can separate Dave Mustaine because early Metallica, at least the first two albums, not sure how much Master of Puppets he did, half of that shit was Dave Mustaine's writing credits, and then they fired him, so he went and formed Megadeth, which is, much to chagrin of Metallica fans, equally as big, if not bigger than Metallica, just not marketed as well. In quality of music, they are probably better. So, Megadeth, that is, and
they never tried to sue anybody.
True, they did not. They did not try to shit on fans for suing them for downloading their music. Maybe if
bullshit.
Metallica had got their heads out of their asses and made better albums, in the 90s and early 2000s, people wouldn't have been stealing just one or two songs off their albums, because that's the only thing that's fucking good about Metallica after 1988 is one or two songs.
Yeah. The only song I like from Metallica post that era would be, Four Leaf Clover, the song from S&M. That's a good song with the orchestra.
Yeah, that whole album was good, but that's because of the orchestra, and they played a lot of their early shit too.
Yeah. Enrique in the chat, thank you for being a member. He also says Megadeth is better. So
100%. But in terms of rock gods, Ozzy, Dion mentioned he's on the Mount Rushmore. 100%. He is on there, because even after he got fired, Sabbath still did okay because they had Dio as their new frontman. But I mean, fucking Ozzy's solo career was equally as successful as it was with Sabbath. And that's saying a lot, considering Sabbath is considered one of the... I mean, they were the forerunner of the metal scene. Like, Tony Iommi gets his fingers cut off working at some kind of machine shop, figures out a new way of playing guitar, which is considered the beginnings of metal, okay? So, yeah, Ozzy's got to be up there. Like, as soon as you pose that question, I'm starting racking my brain of the contrarian part of who could I argue with against that. I got nothing, man. Ozzy's got to be up there.
Yeah, it ain't the dudes from Kiss.
No, definitely not Kiss.
All right, so Ozzy Osbourne, we hardly knew ye, R.I.P., Prince of Darkness. Now, the next death caught me off guard because somebody texted me, and then a whole flood of texts came in. I literally got texts from people that I haven't talked to in like a year. Hulk Hogan. Now, we are a big wrestling channel here. All of us have been to WrestleMania together, actually. We've had many great trips going around the world to see the WWE's biggest show of the year. And Dion and I have seen Hulk Hogan live together. I saw him wrestle once in 2002. He wrestled Brock Lesnar. I watched Hulk Hogan put over Brock Lesnar in person, so he does the job every once in a while. Brother. After I read this, I have an original Hulk Hogan figure, the LJN one, with the title belt and everything, so people seem to like when I show a collectible. I will show you my Hulk Hogan collectibles. But Terry Gene Bollea, known in the world of wrestling as Hulk Hogan, born on August 11th, 1953 in Augusta, Georgia, has passed away on July 23rd at the age of 71. Or 24th, excuse me. A towering figure of the professional wrestling world, Hogan's charisma and larger-than-life personality transformed the industry. Discovered by the Briscoe brothers in 1976 while playing bass in a Tampa bar, he debuted in the ring in 77 and rose to fame with the WWF. In 1983, he debuted. His iconic matches include defeating the Iron Sheik for the WWF Championship, igniting Hulkamania, slamming Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3 in 1987 before an alleged 93,173 fans, and turning heel to form the NWO with Kevin Nash and the dearly departed Scott Hall at WCW's Bash at the Beach 1996. Hogan won 12 World Championships, 6 WWF, 6 WCW, and starred in the films like No Holds Barred, while his reality show, Hogan Knows Best, showcased his family life with wife Linda, children Brooke and Nick. Then, a 2015 controversy over racist remarks led to temporary WWE exile. But he was reinstated in 2018, later opening Hogan's Beach Shop and Hangout in Florida. Sadly, Hogan's later years were marked by health challenges from decades of in-ring punishment, including multiple back and knee surgeries. He died peacefully in his sleep at his He died at his home in Clearwater, Florida, from heart failure, likely linked to years of physical strain and steroid use. Survived by his second wife, Jennifer McDaniel, and his children, Hogan was mourned by peers like Ric Flair, who called him the ultimate showman, and John Cena, who credited him with building the WWE's foundation. So, Hulk Hogan, we have to talk about some of his matches. Dion, I want to know what you thought of this news, because you and I, contrary to what the internet says, people that look like us are supposed to hate Hulk Hogan. But my favorite Hulk Hogan memory is when we're at WrestleMania 35, and there's these two dudes behind us booing, and we look back at them, and then we start cheering for Hulk Hogan, and they look at us, and we're just like, fuck it. We don't even acknowledge him the rest of the night. But what were your thoughts when Hulk Hogan died, or at least when you heard the news?
I mean, listen, I have been a firm believer and bullshit talker in the camp of, I separate the art from the artist. And when you speak of someone in passing of their art, you're speaking about their body of work. When you speak about the person, you're speaking about the person, luckily for me, being a fan of sports in general, professional wrestling counts in that. And as a sports fan, you learn very early on, a lot of the people who are very popular, even those who are integral into the success of their business, have a lot of skeletons in their closet. And Terry Bollea, sure as hell, as a man, has a lot of skeletons in his closet. That being said, the character that he played on TV, the character that he portrayed himself as a part of the WWF, as a part of WCW, as a part of AWA, the thing that made him, that got him the attention of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, was that character was groundbreaking and crazy important. And to your earlier point, I think one of the reasons why Terry Bollea, the man, in terms of the business he was in, buried Hulk Hogan, the character, was, the shit that he said when he was out of the ring, baby. And, there are a lot of people who look like us were Hulk Hogan fans. That's why it sucks. We were like, damn, Terry. I said my prayers at one time. I eat my vitamins to this day. if I was getting with your daughter, you have a problem with it. That's kind of fucked up. Anyway, WrestleMania 3 is pretty crazy, and WrestleMania 5 and 6 is pretty awesome. And that's how I see you. The other shit, you made your bed, and now you have to eternally lie in it.
Exactly. That's how I look at it too. Separate the art from the artist, because Hulk Hogan, the character, the wrestler, you can't honestly talk about pro wrestling's biggest names without mentioning Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan is to wrestling what Ozzy Osbourne's to music. It's just you're full of shit if you're going to be like, well, actually, it's Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson's running AEW. That's the greatest in the history of pro wrestling. It's like, no, shut up, okay? Hogan is the Michael Jordan of his sport. Everybody knew him. He made wrestling bigger. Him and McMahon made wrestling bigger than everyone else. And, John Cena is not bigger than Hulk Hogan. Stone Cold, The Rock, not bigger than Hulk Hogan. Like, Hulk Hogan's not my favorite wrestler. But it would be silly to act like his contributions and his impact in the world of pro wrestling and entertainment were just nothing because of the garbage that Terry Bollea, the man, said. And so, I like to separate that too. And I only really think of Hulk Hogan as a wrestler. I didn't buy his beer. I don't care about his politics. I wasn't trying to meet the guy when he was alive. It was more like Hulk Hogan is a good memory I had with an uncle who passed away who tried to get me into wrestling as a kid. Because Christmas 1992, he bought my cousin this Batman Returns doll. And I was like, oh, am I going to get a Batman as well? Because it was Michael Keaton. And I got Hulk Hogan. And as a kid, I hated it. I was like, why did I get Hulk Hogan? It's like getting a Rock. But as an adult, I really appreciated getting the Hulk Hogan because I became this wrestling fan. I've been to WrestleMania. I've, traveled the world to see this shit. And so that was an early attempt to get me into it. And I always think of Hulk Hogan in that context. Actually, I tried to get into wrestling as a little kid, but it was when Hulk Hogan was out during the steroid scandal. And so I was like, I don't know these other people. Who's Bret Hart? So I didn't get into wrestling in the early 90s. But, I mean, when he turned heel in 96, hell, I didn't even watch WCW. I knew about that. So he's huge. Nick, Kendo, any thoughts on Hogan the wrestler versus Hogan or Terry Bollea the man, the brother, the dude?
I mean, I remember watching him, on as a kid with my cousins and stuff. And, at that point when I was really young, I didn't really care about wrestling too much. But I he was iconic enough to where I knew who he was. And when I saw Gremlins 2, and I was like, oh, I know who that is.
I remember that movie.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, like that very distinct scene. Like you know who that is. And, I remember I really liked his cartoon. His movies were, when I was a kid, I liked them. But like looking back at them now, they weren't great.
Was Mr. Nanny an Oscar winner to you, Nick?
No, it was Suburban Commando because of...
You were frozen today?
Yeah. It was... Yeah, that was my favorite one. I really did like that one. Also, what was the other one? Thunder in Paradise. I watched that too much. I watched that way too much. Oh, man.
He is watchable. Like, I watched No Holds Barred a couple of weekends ago and drank some wine. I was like, this wine is too classy for this movie, but... It's a terrible film, and I absolutely love it. Rip 'em! It's so shit.
Because I remember the my old video store near me and where I used to live had the poster for Thunder in Paradise, and it had him on it. And I was like, oh my god, I need to watch this. And like I had no idea later on that he made 2 more. And then like I think it was a show for a season or 2, and then it just died. So
when do you want to? When we retire, we should go out and buy the boat from that show and ride it around the coast of Briarville.
I'm down for that. I'm totally down for that.
I mean, look, folks, I liked Hulk Hogan enough to break the usual cycle of a jacket and a shirt for the show, because this is the only shirt I have with Hulk Hogan on it. Let me make the screen a little bigger. But, I wore this to go see the Fantastic Four today. And the guy's like, oh, man, did you see? I'm like, of course, that's why I'm wearing this T-shirt. It's not Hulk Hogan Thursday normally. But
yeah,
it was a shocker, because I saw a picture of him from a week ago. I was like, man, he looks rough. And then, he died today or yesterday. So,
yeah. I mean, like, I think we kept hearing in the last couple of months or so that he had gone through surgery and it didn't go well, and he was still having complications and stuff. So, it was kind of inevitable that it was going to happen, especially with the lifestyle of being in wrestling, with taking the bumps and also the drugs and things. I mean, you kind of yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. So it's going to happen sooner than later, unfortunately.
Kendo, any comments on Hogan before we start talking about some of his matches?
Well, I mean, to echo the points, yeah, you got to separate the art from the artist. I mean, I'm not going to pretend that young Kendo in the late 80s, early 90s was not thrilled to see Hulk Hogan beat wrestlers and win the belt, and especially the Iraqi sympathizer that was Sergeant Slaughter, the fucking traitor, and all that stuff. But then, he goes to WCW. You don't really know about him. But then teenage Kendo was there when he fucking turned heel. It was like, holy shit, this is happening. But yeah, it's like you got to separate that. And I would be remiss if I was pretending like, oh, that Hulk Hogan's a bad guy, blah, 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 blah. And what? I don't know, sometime in the morning. Give me a second. And so, I can't pretend like, oh, Hulk Hogan's an asshole now because he said some mean things and his beer's crap. But, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about wrestling if Hulk Hogan didn't exist. And I'll just leave that at that.
Folks, I'll go over there and get it in a second. I have this 80s style Hulk Hogan, but here's one I thought you guys would like to see. I didn't realize my camera was off, but we have I have an original LJN Hulk Hogan.
Wow.
Here. Yeah. And he has very minimal paint wear, just a little bit on the knee pads. I got this at a thrift store for $8 a couple years back, like at a Goodwill. I was like, this is a find, especially with the title belt and everything. So he just kind of sits up on my shelf on top of a Rock figure. And then also, too, I have this one that I bought recently because it's Hulk Hogan. I actually bought way more Hulk Hogan figures recently than I have in years because I bought the one from his music video with the cowboy boots and shit. It's an ugly-ass outfit, but, come on. Look, Hogan was a man of many things. Style was not one of them. His outfits were tights, cowboy boots, gold chains, rippable T-shirts. Like, nobody dressed like... I was going to say nobody dressed like Hulk Hogan, but then again, Mr. T dressed like Hulk Hogan, so...
Yeah.
100%, especially for WrestleMania 1.
Yeah. That is a... WrestleMania 1 is not a bad WrestleMania. I know it's formula. It's not a good one. Formula. It's not a great one, but it's better than 2. It's more watchable than 4. It's better than 9. It's better than 11. It's better than most of 13, parts of 12. Like, I'd say WrestleMania 10 is your first one that has some great matches and a great ending overall. But 1's a good start, and the Hulk Hogan
did
match
its
is
job.
Slick. Yeah.
It sold the pay-per-views. It got the eyes on the product. It helped launch WWF, now E, into what it became. And like I said, no Hulk Hogan, no wrestling talk on WCBS because the sport dies out sometime in about 95.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's talk about some of his matches. Our friend Adama earlier had asked top 3 WrestleMania or top 3 Hogan matches. You guys, I'll go first since you guys might need a second. My favorite Hogan match is not even a great match. It's just a personal reason. I like Hulk Hogan versus The Rock at WrestleMania. I remember being so excited to order that. We ordered WrestleMania the year before, but it was a new tradition. Like, oh man, WrestleMania. And so 17 was such a letdown. It was a great show, the greatest one they've ever put on. But what was I, 12 going on 13 years old? I was so disappointed with the way WrestleMania 17 ended. So then that year, 2002, I was expecting The Rock to lose to Hulk Hogan because The Rock had lost every year at WrestleMania since I watched as a fan. But that was cool because it started the Hulk Hogan face turn that made me like Hulk Hogan as a kid. Because I had known him and I had seen him, but I had never really watched him regularly. So when he turned back to good in 2002, I was on board. Voodoo Child and all that shit. And when he SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, I played that game a lot. Hulk Hogan was in my top 5 favorite wrestlers to use. So I like that match a lot for those reasons. I really liked his WrestleMania 5 match with Macho Man. I love the promo more than anything. That's the greatest wrestling promo. Maybe over WrestleMania 17. It's just that Macho Man, I hate you, Hulk Hogan. So visceral, so good. And then not Dungeon of Doom, but probably WrestleMania 3. That's his signature match. You can't really separate Hulk Hogan from the WrestleMania 3 match. As basic as it is, it tells a story, and Hulk Hogan was the best at the basics. So, Dion, what were some of your favorite Hogan matches?
I mean, listen, you know, 5 is arguably my favorite Hogan match, WrestleMania 5, for that same very reason. You know, no need to add on to that. That is a wonderfully said. You know, but outside of that, I am, you know, and it is interesting as we get older how a lot of fans look a little bit more poorly on 18, but WrestleMania 18, you know, that was as a early teenage boy, you know, I was in the wrestling, you know, hardcore. And then that was a big deal. You know, I had known who he was, you know, and as being a fan in the late 90s, you know, before WrestleMania 14 and 15 and WrestleMania 2000, you know, to sell the grandiose, they'd have, you know, you'd be watching SmackDown 99, they'd be referencing that promo and Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. And, you know, as a little kid, you know, I knew about pro wrestling because of Hulk Hogan. Oh, Hulk Hogan, yeah, that's that pro wrestling. That's kind of cool, you know. And then after being a fan because of DX and those boys, then I mean, yeah, so 5, 18, and you know, because of the drama, WrestleMania 19, him and Vince McMahon, it was the storyline build of all that shit you just said, the shit that I just said going off on a tangent. And it was at 19, and it
That's
was
a great match.
Also funny because it was just after the Attitude Era, and Hulk Hogan was the right guy for the right time. And you know, that I remember seeing that build and enjoying it and loving it and being like, that's, you know, because I remember being a kid and hearing about, you know, pro wrestling, steroids, and even as like a 6-7-year-old, I was like, yeah, they're fucking. I thought it was a cartoon as a little. I knew what it was, and then when it was cool was when I got into it, and then looked back and da 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 da. But 19 was the culmination of that. Like I was like, damn, like Hulk Hogan. I knew he was cool when I was, you know, if The Rock don't fucking beat Hulk Hogan, yeah, I like Hulk Hogan too, but The Rock better win this shit. To seeing 19 where you're like, damn, I want to see that old man kick Vince McMahon's ass. That was it's a top. It may never be anyone's ever favorite Hulk Hogan match, but WrestleMania 19 was so dramatic. If there's a list, that one is on it. That shit was crazy. It was 2 old white dudes who were tanned and jacked as fuck beating each other up. That's always gonna be on my list. I love that match. It's so crazy.
How do you think
Oh my
Vince
God.
McMahon feels like outliving so many of his stars? Like he's probably
I think he expected it.
he did run him pretty rough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not exactly clean himself, you know. So
No.
Just
And I
by the
love him
when
clean.
Jeff says running pretty rough, you know, that dude was a malicious businessman, and they had a crazy hard schedule. And you know, obviously the wrestlers didn't keep up a lot, and that's a crazy lifestyle. And they were making a lot of money, so they did it. And then, you know, you had them trying to be like, hey, we can get better conditions if you know, let's unionize up in here. And Hulk Hogan tailed to Vince McMahon, and he helped usher in an era of Vince McMahon controlled professional wrestling, which included running guys to the bone. And as you know, as a fan that is a fan because of Hulk Hogan, you cannot deny the things that man did behind the scenes was always gonna be in the interest of Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan, brother. He has a 12-inch dick.
Yeah, Ventura. I'm interested to hear what Jesse Ventura is gonna say because I watched not Macho Man. Nobody watched Macho Man's eulogy. I watched Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, give a little eulogy over Hulk Hogan.
Jesse Ventura is knocking on the same door.
Did you see him break down on tears on that podcast the other day?
no.
Yeah, it was bizarre because they asked him like, what was his most memorable moment in the Marines? Or no, sorry, Navy SEALs. And he just starts crying. He's like, a lot of memories are coming back. I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I really didn't want to watch Jesse Ventura cry, so I kind of skipped ahead in the video. I want to just think of him as a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus. Hey,
Dude, I'll never
Okay.
forget that fucking show we started where he's just like a fucking conspiracy theorist and shit. It's just
I watched every episode. I love that show so
Fucking
much.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
DARPA.
God damn it, dude.
Jesse Ventura asks questions, baby.
The sad thing is, a lot of those things kind of came to light.
Yeah.
Well, a lot were true, and he had some connections after getting blacklisted out of professional wrestling, especially using what he did in the military, even though he may have made some of that up. But he's a professional wrestler. I love me some Jesse. He probably, hopefully he's coherent enough. He's probably going to have a lot of interesting things to say, especially now that he's
Dion,
kind of.
he's coherent enough to be on Saturday night's main event, so he'll be okay.
Well, until they kicked him off.
No, they brought him back. After he said that messed up shit, they brought him back for the next one. He's still on it.
What the fuck?
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh my
he's still
god.
talking about how he got kicked off. He definitely wasn't doing the later matches.
No, he never does the later. They don't let him do the main event, and they don't let him commentate anymore. But he's still the host. What was it, Joe Tessitore? Also, Wild One. I played Real American on the car ride back from the Fantastic Four. Kendo, any Hogan matches you'd like to address before we start? I have a big question for you guys, and Nick, you'll want to. This is one for you.
Well, I mean, back to the Real American, Rick Derringer died almost two months to the day. Like he died on like May 25th or 6th. So the guy that wrote Hogan's song. Yeah, the guy that did Hogan's song, Real American, also died 2 months ago. So there's that. But 3 favorite Hogan matches. We'll do from the 3 faces of Kendo. As a child, I fucking loved WrestleMania 7 when he beat Slaughter. I marked out for that shit as a kid because, Slaughter was a bad guy. He was an Iraqi sympathizer, and they were the bad guys at the time. Probably still are. And, Hogan won the title and kicked Sarge's ass, which was hard because Sarge was always a good guy. As teenage fan Kendo, a young Ute, I would say the Hogan-Goldberg match where Goldberg beat Hogan because Hogan was the big bad guy and Goldberg beat him and took the title off him in WCW, and that was a big deal. And as an adult, knowing all the bullshit that went on behind the scenes with Hulk Hogan, the politician, SummerSlam against Shawn Michaels is one of my favorite matches because of
Yep.
Shawn Michaels ironically being extremely unprofessional, which he had a habit of doing in the 90s, but you overlooked that shit. But his unprofessionalism against Hogan at the time was like, the stories are coming out, and I'm kind of great with seeing Shawn Michaels, show up Hulk Hogan right now.
Dude, when he played Larry King as Hulk Hogan, this brother, and then he super kicks him, and his back's like, brother. Mm-hmm. That shit was amazing. I love Shawn Michaels.
Even in the late 90s when they were doing that shit with Money Man Ted and the Huckster and the Nacho Man and things. Yeah, even when they were making fun of that shit, when Vince would not recognize WCW as a threat, yet he somehow still let his talent go on air and make fun of WCW and fire shots at WCW. But mind you, that was only after the tide had turned and WWF was winning the war. Up to that point, they never, ever, ever did anything on TV to acknowledge that fact. But once the tide turned and those 83 weeks were over, brother, it was a different story. But yeah, it was a good time to be alive. Good time to be a wrestling fan.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Nick, since I don't know if you'll have as many matches to list, I do have a question for you guys about Hogan because he had multiple careers, including acting. And so, where do you guys rank him among other wrestlers turned actors? Nick, we'll go with you first.
At the bottom.
Yeah, he was.
I hate to do that. I hate to do that because he got a chart of the way for other actors to do that. But like, if you look at his IMDb, it's not the greatest. It really isn't.
You're telling me that 3 Ninjas 4, High Noon at Mega Mountain, starring Dave Dragon, is not on your list of 4K purchases next year?
I mean, yes, because Jim Varney's in that one.
Exactly, and I do think that the Three Ninjas like set or whatever's come out and it's in 4K and stuff like that. It's wild, but
The
no,
first one's good.
Yeah, no, the first one's good. I remember watching the first one so much, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, he paved the way to do it. I'm sure he fought really hard to get those scripts and make those movies and stuff, and try to break into Hollywood. But like, they just didn't want him. They really just seemed like they just didn't want him at all. And I hate to say it, but I think it's a toss up between John Cena and what's his name? Batista. Thank you. I don't know why I thought of Brock Lesnar. I'm like, that's not him.
He
no,
can't even
Batista.
speak, let alone
That's
act.
true. That's true. Yeah.
It's a different Roddy Magoo.
Yeah. So it's between those two for best wrestling / actor, because I feel like The Rock has kind of passed his prime and he needs to, kind of shove off.
Like, I put The Rock in a special category because I liked him as a wrestler that much, but as an actor, he's just fine. Like, that, I can't wait to see that movie where he plays with Mark Kerr. Is that the guy's name? I can't wait to see that movie for all the wrong reasons. Like, seriously, that is going to be the biggest piece of crap for all the wrong reasons. Like, everyone's going to laugh at that performance. I can't wait to see it. But
yeah,
I think Batista, man, is the best wrestler turned actor, because he's got more range. Like, he's hilarious in the Marvel movies. He's a good Bond henchman, and he was solid in other stuff. And I like John Cena as an actor, but I like him as a comedic actor, not as a serious actor.
Yeah, he's in a lot of like Amazon comedies, and they've been pretty good. They've been pretty damn good. So even the new one he did called Head of State that I watched I think last week was actually really funny.
I gotta check it out. It's on my list.
It was really good. But yeah, just like he was at the bottom, but I mean, once again, he paved the way for these guys to do it. So kudos to him.
Dion, where do you rank Hulk Hogan as a wrestler turned actor?
Yeah, I'm with Nick towards the bottom. I mean, he had some very fun TV movies, but other than that, he just, thank goodness he was a household name because of wrestling, because that dude was a piece of cardboard that was jacked.
Kendo, same question to you, sir.
Oh, I mean, definitely towards the bottom. You can't even say he was like the first, because Ventura did Predator before Hogan did the movie, I think.
No,
and
Rocky 3 came out first.
Okay, well, Ventura did a first good movie before Hogan did, and that's taking nothing away from Rocky 3, which is a fine movie, but Predator's better.
Agreed.
He's not even the most prolific, because The Rock has made way more movies, so that's not it either. But he wasn't a Jim Varney movie, so like, I mean, that's
always the asterisk.
I know that's like a plus 100 with a gold star, brother, dude, Jack. He's not even. He doesn't even chart. I mean, The Rock's not a good actor, but he's more prolific than Hogan as wrestler turned actor. Cena is Hogan's not even a good actor. He's a good wrestling actor in terms of in wrestling. Cena's better than that. Batista, I mean, dude's in fucking blockbuster Marvel movies, okay? And he didn't do it on just the fact that, oh, dude, Batista, I'm a Roddy Magoo wrestler. He's got more. He's at the bottom. Let's be fair. Ventura's above him because Ventura did Predator, and Rock's above him just because of the body of work, not necessarily the quality of work. Cena's entertaining, and Batista's been in great movies. I can't think of many other wrestlers turned actors. So yeah, put him at the bottom.
I would argue, though, that the best movie to feature a wrestler in the lead is Rowdy Roddy Piper and They Live. That movie kicks ass on like.
Yeah. I can't believe that none of us on the panel have mentioned that at this point.
Dude, I got the European release box set, Nick, the 4K with the soundtrack and the posters and all that shit, the Studio Canal one. I love They Live, dude. Keith David. That's the shit right there.
Dude, that movie, like, that movie, I don't know, it struck a nerve with everybody. Anybody who watched it will, like, You can put so many things into that movie and it'll still work. Like it's such a great movie. It's just timeless.
But Jim Varney wasn't in that movie. But he was.
That's true. That's
in
true.
The Three Ninjas, High Noon, and Mega Mountain.
That's
so,
true.
But the
Very
drunk
true.
mayor the drunk from Back to the Future Part 1 is in They Live. Buck Flowers?
Yeah, but
Drunk driver.
I mean, dude, look, I get that They Live's a great movie, but Jim Varney's not in it. So technically, Three Ninjas, High Noon, and Mega Mountain's got to be a better movie. It's not. It's really not. I don't know why I said that out loud.
Because it sounded better up here. Now, folks, you have a lot of questions and comments about Hulk Hogan. We're going to read them next, but we want to give one last person who passed away their due, in the interest of fairness, to quote Vince McMahon. Charles Frank Chuck Mangione, born on November 29, 1940 in Rochester, New York, passed away peacefully in his sleep at 84 from natural causes. A virtuoso of the flugelhorn and trumpet player, Mangione's 1978 pop jazz hit Feels So Good reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, earning him a Grammy nomination, while his compositions of Bellavia and Children of Sanchez won Grammys. His 30-plus album career began with the Jazz Brothers along with Brother Gap, and his music's featured in the 1980 Winter Olympics in films like Doctor Strange. Mangione's recurring role as himself on King of the Hill, playing a comedic Megalomart spokesperson who humorously slipped in Feels So Good into every tune, endeared him to fans, with memorable moments like smacking a heckler with his flugelhorn and performing at Luann's wedding. So, I really just know Feels So Good and all the Megalomart stuff. I don't really have much to say about Chuck Mangione, but I thought, let's be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I knew of Chuck Mangione for anything other than King of the Hill, because I don't. So, yeah. Jeff, what was the first thing I said to you after Chuck Mangione died?
Feel so bad?
Yeah, I said, don't feel so good anymore. But
for a brief second, I was like, are you quoting Avengers? Because I just watched that the other day. I was like, I don't feel so well, Mr. Stark. I was like, what are you talking about?
I would say I'll speak for everybody here. We really only know him for King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So, Kendo, we could actually say this accurately. Chuck Mangione, we hardly knew ye.
Yeah, 100%. We only knew you for King of the Hill. Like, we're all fans of the show. We only know you because you're on King of the Hill. But we don't dislike you. Yeah, we all love the Chuck Mangione parts of King of the Hill, so thanks.
They call him Chick Mangione, and he starts the fight?
Yes.
Well, folks, those were our eulogies/obituaries. Let us know what deaths hit you the most. Probably Ozzy or Hulk Hogan, but I don't really like to, how do I want to say this? Death is not something to exploit or talk about in that way, but it's interesting to hear how these people impacted your life. One listener was talking about how his grandma liked Hulk Hogan. I was bringing up my uncle who passed away who liked Hulk Hogan. It's nice to hear how how entertainment brings everybody together. That's why we talk about it the way we do and always fight for quality entertainment. It's not about, I just want to watch good TV shows, but it's shit that brings people together. It has a lot of meaning. It's important. So that's why I always fight for entertainment. But it is time to check in with our audience, but let's see, was that button first or last? Now we'll get to it in a second.
Jeff can do. Is the right gay guy still a button, or did they get zapped?
That actually was never a button here.
Was it? I thought we had a right gay guy button.
No, this is the Hulk Hogan button we have besides Dookie, which we'll press in a minute. We had Hulk Hogan's heavy breathing.
Well, he ain't doing none of that no more.
Oh no!
Shit.
I thought we had the right gay guy button. Well, folks, we don't have that button.
We'll get it soon. We'll have it for next week.
Yeah, if after the show is over, you want to see what we're talking about, just type into YouTube, search Hulk Hogan right gay guy. It'll give you the video.
Yeah. But I believe we had a request for this button, and this is probably the best Hulk Hogan button that we have here. And it's right here.
What's that smell?
Yeah. No Holds Barred. Not a good film. At all.
It's fun.
I had to look this up real quick if Tiny Zeus Lister was still alive. No, he is not.
Nope, he is not. Nope, he's been dead for a couple of years.
Yeah, 2020. So Hulk, it was weird. I was at dinner. I was saying how Hogan has outlived most of his early WrestleMania opponents. I believe everybody but Cowboy Bob Orton from WrestleMania 1 is dead. With the main event.
Yeah, because Hogan's now dead. Snook is
Piper's
dead.
dead.
Piper's dead.
Only Mr. T is still alive.
Mr. T is still alive. Fuck. Guy's name that I cannot remember that he wrestled all the time.
Billy Martin? Roddy Piper, Paul Orndorff.
Orndorff, yeah, he's dead.
But then King Kong Bundy's dead.
Yeah.
Andre the Giant's dead.
Yeah.
Macho Man's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate Warrior's dead. Psycho Sid is dead.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Yeah, WrestleMania 8, not a good show. Not a good match. Not a bad show. That Macho Man Ric Flair match is the shit. But, that's a topic for another time. Let's see. Here we go. Xavier to God says, unless Hogan is cremated in terms of his burial. Well, brother, it doesn't matter how Hulk Hogan is put away. Hulkamania will live forever, no matter what the internet wants to say.
Yep.
John Thomas, thank you very much for your generous super chat. John says, speaking of tequila, apparently the parent company of high-end brand Don Julio and several others got caught cutting it off with grain alcohol. The Rock's brand is all agave. Also crowds at Hogan's store. Well, I guess people were showing up to pay their tribute to Hogan.
But no, I heard about that because of there's this whole thing now. It's happened in the last couple of years where a lot of tequilas made by major brands are being marked additive free or that they have additives, and the major company actually has a RICO charge on it. Like they're the mob.
Damn.
Like it's a
Harvey
big,
Dent's going after him.
Yeah, it's a big fucking deal. I was just like, Jesus, that's but it's alcohol. I mean, of course that would happen. So, yeah, I mean it's going down because people want the the authentic tequila, so they're looking for that now.
I just want what I pay for,
No, exactly.
If I want to get blasted on grain alcohol, I'll get a bottle of Everclear and forget my week. But I don't want to get blasted on Everclear.
Yeah, but no, people people want some. People will always get the Don Julio, or the other bottle that looks like it's hand painted or some shit that has the bell at the top that costs $200 because every celebrity's got it, or Casamigos or that bullshit or things like that. And I think Casamigos is George Clooney or something. So. But yeah, a lot of the celebrity tequilas just don't hold up because they're made by these giant companies and they're just put into nice bottles, given cool, catchy nicknames, and they're pretty much just Kool-Aid with grain alcohol, and they sell for way more than they should be, and that's a problem.
That is bullshit.
Because I mean, there's a couple of alcohol guys a couple of tequila guys I follow on Instagram. And the ones that they always say that are really good are always $30 to $40 for the bottle of tequila, and it's really good shit.
I've never drank the Rock's tequila. Have you guys?
Nope.
I mean, it sounds weird for as much as I'm a fan of the wrestler. It's like, hey, his movie's out. His tequila's out. He's got a line of hair care products. I don't give a
crazy.
Yeah,
dude, you're more
when The Rock is selling hair cream. I about died laughing. I was
really?
I
mean, you're more likely to get a bottle of Tanqueray with James Bond on it than you are The Rock's tequila.
I have bottles of Belvedere with the double.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, I love The Rock, but James Bond is cooler.
Of course, no, 100%. And
if you want to drink good tequila and drink tequila like I do, you'll get Cazadores or Espolon. There you go.
Nice.
Well, Nick, maybe we'll have a shot at tequila at Dragon Con.
I think there's a place that does a tequila flight somewhere in Atlanta. We'll find it. Don't worry.
Like we did our flights in Astoria.
Yeah,
that was classy. Pinky out. We are
Dude, that place was
nice.
nice. The place was nice. We should. I kind of regret not bringing something back.
Well, it means we'll just have to go. I would go back to Astoria for like a weekend, just saying, like, man, if it was non-Goonies event, I'd be like,
oh no,
100%,
100%. Yeah.
I just don't want their fish and chips. They fucking every restaurant has a different fish, and it's like I can't get a basic cod anywhere.
Yeah,
in Oregon.
it was weird. It was very strange, but overall overall everything was nice. Overall everything was very nice.
That pizza was amazing.
God damn, it was so good.
That's the shit.
God damn it. So I would definitely try to find an Airbnb nearby though. I don't think. Yeah, I'd definitely try to find an Airbnb nearby because we definitely need like a TV and air conditioning.
Yeah, my room had all that, but hotels.com fucked you.
They did fuck me, but they gave me the difference back, but still they fucked me
at the drive-thru.
They did.
Xavier to God, thank you. He says Hogan is more like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird than Michael Jordan. Is he like who would be the Michael Jordan of pro wrestling though?
I hate to say it, but it would be Hogan because he brought everybody to watch wrestling. He brought them there. He did his showmanship, and he brought everybody to watch it. He made it's instead of making wrestling regional, he made it national,
global.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan. Remember, he wrestled 400 days in a year once. Jesus. See, I think that's the. It was now's not the right time because he just died, so I'll wait. But like the Hulk Hogan lies were really funny to me, and I love those videos. Like when Jim Cornette would read off all the lies of Hulk Hogan. I was cooking dinner once, and I was just cackling in my kitchen, like, God damn,
those were the best.
Funny. Yeah,
those were the best.
Yeah,
it's one of the sad things about Hogan dying. We won't get any more, him telling tall tale shit.
Yeah, I don't think this is a lie this time, brother.
Brother, dude, Jack.
John Thomas, we pressed your Dookie button earlier, but we're going to press it again for you just in case you missed it after we press this one.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
He's still relevant, right? I guess. And here's your
What's that smell?
Isn't Joe Hendry the TNA champion or competing for it? So then isn't he going up for it soon at their next pay-per-view or something?
All I watch is Raw. Like, I don't have SmackDown access, so I have my VPN. But the only wrestler I actually like today is LA Knight, but that dude keeps losing, so.
We'll call 50-50 on Hendry's relevance.
Yeah. But it was cool that he was at WrestleMania.
It was.
Darian217, thank you very much for your very generous super chat. Darian says, last week in Atlanta for Evolution, continue off Dion's comment, my Uber driver talked to me about when Hogan was in WCW. He saw Hogan was firsthand. Yeah, the guy said to take your vitamins, say your prayers, was a jerk. And in real life, and would never sign or give a fan the time of day, even for a quick photo or a quick signature. Yeah, it makes sense when he turned heel. I mean, that's just living the gimmick, and I respect that as a wrestler. That's why I take great pride in getting Chris Jericho to crack when he was playing a heel, because it worked. But I don't really know many Hulk Hogan stories outside of like people say he was great or cool, but maybe it's because there were a big group of people or the cameras were there. But I had heard more times than not fan interaction with Hulk Hogan when he's not a heel is always positive. Because I think he took the superhero role pretty seriously. And sometimes it backfires, definitely when he doesn't want to do the job brother, or he uses that creative control muscle a little too much. But I think Balea was whatever, but I don't think with the fans he was like that. Overall, he pretty much tried to be Hulk Hogan 24/7.
Anybody that I've ever known that has met him, it was always a positive thing. Now, I know over the last several months it's been negative because he was no-showing like beer events and stuff. In the light of what we've learned today, I guess that's understandable.
Yeah.
Well, I don't, like I said, I didn't care about like Terry Bollea the guy. I didn't care about his politics. I thought it was hilarious that he cut a promo at a political convention. Like, it was just like a wrestling promo.
Dude.
I'm like, what the hell are we living in?
I will never forget that. I remember it as plain as yesterday because I had just gotten back to the res from Camp Kendo, and somebody, I'm not going to say who it was, wanted to watch the convention because she was a big fan of the people that were going to be talking. And I was just like, holy shit, that's Hulk Hogan at the Republican National Convention. I now have to watch this. And I watched him cut a promo on, I guess it was Kamala Harris at that point, and rip his shirt off and become MAGA mania. And it was just like, this is so many equal parts incredible as it is with bizarre. This is awesome.
It's funny because a lot of people saw that and they just remembered, like, I remember the comments were always like Idiocracy. They were like, oh, this reminds us of Idiocracy. I'm like,
I would vote for Terry Crews as president, though. Like, seriously, I don't care what he's running on.
100%.
Terry Crews was my president.
I will say it's funny because when that news broke, I did my typical news sweep, which is pull up Fox, CNN, and MSNBC all at the same time and see what the headline is. Fox News had the headline of wrestling icon Hulk Hogan dies, and it was him ripping his shirt off at the Republican National Convention as the picture. CNN and MSNBC didn't have anything except for like a little blurb at the bottom that Hulk Hogan has died. I'm like, that's about right.
God, I kept seeing that too. It was weird.
Well, I mean, personally, if I was running a news organization, I would give a Hulk Hogan headline, but it would just be him ripping his shirt off at WrestleMania or something. Like, that's the image that lives forever. I don't necessarily, like, a lot of these people, I will remember them with an iconic image or something impactful to me personally, but never their most recent thing. Like, you know, Hulk Hogan at a beer event. It's not Hulk Hogan on Sports Illustrated, you know, pointing to his headband or shit. Or that picture from the WrestleMania program of the Ultimate Warrior going like this and Hogan posing. Like, that shit was intense. That was before my time as a fan. Hell, I wasn't even 2 years old when that match took place, but I still look at it and get it. You know, you can feel the power. Hulkamania was electric, but I don't want to rip off the Rock's catchphrase. Darian, hopefully you had a good time in Atlanta. I will be in Atlanta soon. Nick, get your biscuits and gravy ready. I'm coming to eat all of them.
Listen, man, we'll do a lot of things. Do you want to do it like we did last time?
Last time was one of the best like long weekends I've had ever. So
okay, yeah. So then
we can even walk the belt loop again.
All right, we'll do that. We'll do that again because we did the con 3 days and then we did other shit the last 2 days.
Yeah, Dragon Con's great, but like we can see it all in like 2 days and then just go back for the fuck of it. But like I couldn't imagine going. Okay, so folks, I like cons to work them. I love getting a table and selling books, and it's my thing. I channel my inner Stan Lee. I'm like, hey there, true believers, and people come up and buy books, and we shake hands and take photos. It's great. Going to cons is a little different because it's like, what am I there to see? I don't really want to see other cosplayers. I don't really want to go, like, I hate when a song trends because of a movie. So like last year when they were all doing that bye 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 shit and the whole bar was shaking, I'm like, this is too much, Nick. Like we were alive and we were in grade school and early high school for when NSYNC was popular. And it sucked then. And you got all these young kids that are like, it's in Deadpool, I'm gonna do the fucking dance. And it's just like, shut up. You're annoying. And so I can't stand comic conventions because it's like they'll take whatever is the most popular thing on social media and drive it into the fucking ground. Like when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, this girl kept playing the soundtrack over and over and over the first time I ever worked.
God,
and by the end of the weekend, I hated her. I hated Guardians of the Galaxy. I hated everything a lot. I had a good weekend. I made money, but like I couldn't stand listening to Hooked on a Feeling like 20 times a day. It's not that good of a song.
Yeah, I mean that's cons. That's for sure. But no, I mean we can. What we'll do is I'll look at the whenever the app gets updated again, hopefully soon. I'll look at the schedule. Maybe we'll just do a bunch of film stuff. That'll be it.
Yeah, I liked the film class we took about lighting.
Yeah, I think we'll just kind of stick to that and like, I don't know, watching stuff and walking around while we're.
I gotta go meet any of the comic book legends that are there. If
no,
Jim
we'll
Stryko's
definitely do
back
that.
again, I'm gonna meet him again. Like, hey man, I need.
Oh no, yeah, well, if he's there again, we need to just be like, dude, let's go get food. Come on, just tell us where to meet you. We'll be there. Just let's go. Come on.
I will take you to a very nice meal if you'll just tell me all the dirt stories that you have on every person, legend that are dead. Like, tell me what Stanley was really like.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. I'm not going to record it. I'm not even going to repeat it on the show. I just want to know for
exactly.
myself. Sorry, folks. I love you guys. I want to take you on all these fun journeys. But, you know, if somebody's going to tell me, like, Jim Shooter told me secrets, I'm not going to tell those secrets. He passed away. So I like to know those stories. But I'll tell you I met the person.
Yeah. No, exactly. No, because talking to him and standing there for a long time was fucking awesome. It was great. It was so much fun.
Oh, yeah. Our friend Overkill161, another friend that I met at a con. That was a fun one, though, because I ran into him and Laser Pants from the 3POA podcast. That was a good time. Imagine Hulk Hogan appearing as a Force Ghost next to Macho Man and Andre the Giant. To Joe Hendry on Endor comes to mind. I can just see, like, all the Force Ghosts of all the dead wrestlers. It's like, there's Hogan and Macho Man and Andre and Bobby the Brain Heenan and referee Joey Morella and Adrian Adonis. One man gang. Oh, he's still alive. It's just going to be like, honestly, it would be really sad. And it would also take it would be longer than Return to the Jedi to list all the dead wrestlers since WrestleMania 1 took place.
Jeez. Yeah. Yeah.
We wouldn't include Chris Benoit, though.
I saw a few of those pictures today where people were like, clearly AI generated Hogan going to heaven and all the dead wrestlers smiling at him.
Oh,
like,
dude, I gotta send one.
A lot of those that would not be that happy to see him.
Did you see the one that was posted on our Facebook group? My comment was, holy shit, I do look like Andre the Giant.
Yeah, I did. That was good.
And then I was like, but anyway, folks, join us tonight where we talk about Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan. But Overkill161 had another request for this button. What's that smell?
What's that smell?
And just because he's my favorite wrestler who's passed away.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Macho Man.
Yeah, check the chat. I did send a really hilarious AI generated Hogan Goes to Heaven picture.
Hogan Goes to Heaven. That should be a new video series. Actually, it could just be.
He has 3 legs.
Yeah. What? No, remember from the Gawker sex tape?
Oh yeah.
Jesus was really
now.
surprised.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be?
Well, the other angel has a backwards hand.
Yeah, you gotta love
Also,
AI.
Hulk Hogan's shirt just starts to melt away around his nipples. It's just
Yep.
this Hulkamania on his skin.
Yeah.
Folks, I'll share that on Twitter later.
Gotta love AI.
Folks, follow us on Twitter at WorldClassBS, and you can find that image at the end of the tonight's show. Friend of the channel, I drink, therefore I am. What's up, man? How you doing? He says, as we speak, Keith Richards and Ric Flair are experiencing the quickening. Keith Richards cannot die.
No.
Like, he can't.
Flair's got to be next, though, right? It's got to be.
No, the next wrestler to pass away is going to be John Moxley.
Okay. I thought it was gonna be
Blood
Ric Flair.
loss. That makes sense.
John Moxley's just this really dangerous wrestler who, like, he cuts his head open for fun, Nick.
Okay. Keith Richards is 81. Holy shit.
He's going to make it to 181. Tell me I'm wrong.
He will outlive us.
That would be some shit. That would be some shit.
If Keith Richards outlives any of us at the funeral, we need to go and say, and Keith Richards outlived you, Dion, and then we just talk shit to Dion's casket. And then he comes back from the dead and talks shit to us, and then we're like, okay, cool. But yeah, I drink therefore I am. That always surprises me, that Flair, I guess when you drink that much, you pickle your liver. So Pickles last a long time.
Pickles last a long time.
So pickles last a long time. So does Ric Flair. That's our new T-shirt. Thank you, though. I drink therefore I am. Hopefully, we're in your neck of the woods soon, and we get to hang out again, man. Darian217, thank you very much again. He says, share with the audience my first experience of Hogan that I told you when we were at Universal Studios. My name starts with the letter H, and all the kids in kindergarten called me Hogan to tease him growing up in the 80s. Oh, do you want me to say the name? Because I remember the name. I remember we were sitting at Universal City Walk. We were waiting on somebody to go into Spencer's, and so we were just kind of chilling out there. I do remember that story. I mean, Hulk Hogan is 1980s wrestling. So, I mean, I get it, though. But then again, your name, just because it starts with an H, it's the only letter it had in similarity with Hulk Hogan, like of Hulk. So, yeah. I just don't know if he wants me to say his name, so that's why I didn't say the first name. Yeah, I like, some people like anonymity. I kind of do. I don't know what part of Cincinnati, I don't want you to know what part of Cincinnati I live in, but other than that, I'm in Ohio somewhere, so that's about as deep as we'll take it. But when I was a kid in school, Darian, people gave me shit for liking wrestling. Everybody called it gay. I'm like, I mean, there are hot women and people beat each other up. I don't know like how gay liking Trish Stratus makes you, but I thought she was the best. And Deborah,
dude,
Tori,
they said the same shit about people about any kid reading comic books or liking Star Wars. It was the same shit. Like, oh, you're a nerd or a dweeb for liking this shit. It's like, go fuck yourself. and now everybody wants to everybody wants to call themselves a nerd of something. It's stupid.
Those people fucking suck because their identity is geek culture and they have a shit personality. Like,
yeah,
I don't mind if anybody's like, oh, I got Iron Man tattoos, wrestling tattoos, whatever. But like, if you're like how do I want to say this nicely? Most geek people I meet are not Ryan Reynolds, but you think you're Deadpool. Honestly, you're just a dick with a bad personality and bad skin. And that's why I don't like a lot of geek culture shit, Nick, because like when we go to these cons, everyone's like, I'm the character. No, you're not.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You've experienced that.
No, yeah, and like, and they'll repeat the fucking Wikipedia they read the night before so they can prove something. It's like, go fuck yourself. Like I can have AI or summarize a Wikipedia for me too. It's fine. I don't know that doesn't mean anything. Also, I'm sorry, but you have to spend money for your nerddom. You can't just be like, I'm a nerd and like I don't have anything or even a T-shirt of this thing I like. No, I will not take that anymore. I'm sorry. There is a prerequisite now for calling yourself a nerd of X thing. You have to have had put some money into it to support it. You can't just be like, I love Star Wars, but I don't own a fucking lightsaber. Like, go fuck yourself. I'm sorry. You're not a nerd.
Until you have
like
an Adam West Batcave within arm's reach of your webcam, you are not a Batman fan.
Yeah. No, I agree. You had to have paid your dues, and you have to have some fucking skin in the game and some money and stuff like that, and even something like that to say you're a fan of said thing. This idea of like, I'm a fan of this thing, but I can't get any of the stuff. I'm sorry. I understand. I understand sometimes things are tight. People don't have money, but like, come the fuck on. You can afford a T-shirt or something.
Well, I just don't like when people are like adversarial towards other people. It's like, just chill out, man. Like we all. Honestly, if I was in a room, like we all like Star Trek, I'd be like, yeah, the original series is cool, and then I'd kind of see my way out. But
yeah, because there'd be those fucks who are like, the new stuff is way better. It's more diverse. There's a guy in a wheelchair in Star Trek. I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Stop.
Excuse me, I thought the old one was diverse with a black lady and a Russian and an Irishman and an old doctor that was crotchety and a Vulcan. Like, I'm sorry that diversity to a lot of people isn't like, well, what part of the spectrum and rainbow can we pull from social media? It's more like, hey, this show was cool, or this was great. Shrubbles away, yes, of course Lego counts. Batman is great, Lego is awesome. I'm just giving you shit. I just wanted an excuse to show you my bat cave that I've never opened, so. All right, H. Hogan, then that is what your name will remain, my friend. See? Didn't want to say it. Yes, diversity of thought. That is what I mean. Diversity of thought.
Diversity of thought.
We got to get Dion back so we can talk about Fantastic Four, because that's our ender for tonight's show. Xavier to God says, Instagram Hogan or IG Hogan and LeBron have a lot in common: lies and PEDs. Dude, I know so little about basketball. I have never watched a full basketball game in my life outside of college because, college basketball is its own beast. So I don't know that LeBron James takes performance-enhancing drugs. I know he's got a receding hairline that goes up to Cleveland, but other than that, I don't know much about that dude. He can't act, at all. LeBron James is...
Dude, I love...
the worst actor ever.
Yeah. I love that he tried. He thought he was so cool he could redo Space Jam or make Space Jam 2. It's no, you're not, and it sucked, and nobody watched it.
So while we wait for Dion to come back, Nick, have you heard about that stuff with was it Visa that's blocking some kind of adult payments in Japan, and Japan's really pissed off right now?
Oh no, I haven't heard that, but the Japanese need their porn, man. That's a big industry for them.
Yeah, it's the classiest of all the porn industries too. It's High Art and Tentacles, a Japanese hentai story. There you go.
Oh my god. I have not heard of that. I have not heard that at all. No.
Well, it's all more fodder for Operation Saskatchewan, Nick. That's all I can say.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree that needs to happen for sure.
I'm bringing a notebook down. We are going to write some outlines for ideas, and we are going to.
No. We need to go. We need to definitely take a day and write out the short we were talking about in Astoria.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to do that too. But no, like I said, we're gonna pretty much do probably even more fucking around than last time. Because I think the first time we went to the convention, it was the celebrities weren't even there, and the fucking the vendor area wasn't even open, and it was just kind of a dud.
Yeah, but
so I think that first day we'll probably just fuck around a little bit more around town, and go do something else.
I'm gonna bring those mics. Let's interview some people and ask them a series of questions and put it on this channel.
Oh no, for sure.
Let's finally get that rolling.
If you want, we can do the Stranger Things tour.
Why not? The show's going to end. It's too late if we don't do it now.
Yeah, because the tour happens, I think, in Jackson, Georgia. So yeah, we can do that.
My family is from there, or I have family that's from there.
We can do that and make that a thing.
Oh, okay. Let's see. It affects Steam. It took down the not safe for work games. That's what it is.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
As long as everybody's of age, I don't care what you're into. You know?
Yeah, as long as you're
adults and they're consenting. Hey,
there you go. That's fine. As long as you're of age, you're consenting. Everything's cool. We're good. We're good here.
Yeah, that's where I judge the least. Actually, I just don't. And I mean this in a nice way. It's just I don't care. I'm not. Everybody's got their own thing. I'm not going to sit and judge you. I'll judge you if you try to convince me that The Force Awakens is a good movie. I will judge you if you tell me that the new Superman is full of woke politics and immigration talk, because it's not. But I won't judge you if you're into that kind of stuff. Live and let live. That has been Jeff's soliloquy. I'm done.
Oh, did you see that Lego's coming out with a 1-to-1 scale of a Game Boy?
Yeah, it's only $50.
Yeah, I'm very shocked, but I feel like that one is going to sell out quick, and it's probably going to keep selling for sure.
Folks in the chat, since we're waiting for Dion while he stepped away to talk about the Fantastic Four, would you want to hear anything about some collectibles from Comic-Con? Because I'm not going to turn it into a whole toy podcast, but there's one thing I was looking for this year, and I still didn't get it, Nick, and that's my Axel Foley action figure.
Listen, no. I'm tired of this, Jeff. We need to start advocating and sending out tweets and messages to these companies and having them do it. I'm sorry, but we need to do it every couple of days or every week or whatever. We need to send out a video or a message or something to somebody and have everybody start retweeting it and liking it so we can get this happening. We need to even tag Eddie Murphy if he's on Twitter and just start having it happen. Okay.
If I could just flat out get a message from Eddie Murphy that's I just won't sign my likeness over, I'll stop. But Cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation is getting an action figure, the shitter's full. holy shit, they're actually doing a whole line of Christmas Vacation toys. I'm buying all those. But I digress. My point is, I want my damn Axel Foley. Is it too much to ask? He's an action star.
He is. Let's see. Is he? Okay, he is on X. Fuck. Okay, he is on X.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-write one tweet and have them set up to release every day, every hour on the hour. Dear Eddie Murphy, why no Axel Foley figure? And then we'll push to make it happen. We'll get a specialized thank you in the liner notes of the action figures, little piece of paper, and then I'll have like 10 of them. Matt, you can judge me if I like Ryan Johnson. I do not like Ryan Johnson at all. He is not my cup of tea.
No.
Have you seen anything from Comic-Con that's caught your eye? Because I'm not really paying attention to the press stuff. Just, more of the toy stuff, because that's kind of what I am as a toy guy. As you can see, folks, my office, like, I have the Fantastic Four on the shelf. I have all the versions of the Fantastic Four as well as their powered versions and Doctor Doom. I need to get a Mole Man action figure, but...
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't think they make it.
I mean, yeah, there's not a lot. There's not a lot that I've seen that I want. Yeah, I haven't even heard of anything interesting that I think I would want from a Comic-Con that is toy-like. I mean, like I've seen some of the Lego stuff, but it's not like anything. The Game Boy one was the best one announced so far. The only other one announced was like the Brickhead Stranger Things figures of the kids. I'm like, that's cool. Don't really care. That's fine.
It's not accurate because they're senior citizens now, Nick.
No, that's right. But it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, that's fine, good for them. Don't really care, but yeah,
I'm just looking up. I'm not excited. Like, the big Marvel panel hasn't happened yet, and I don't want to spoil anything for Fantastic Four for anybody who hasn't watched it. But like, you'll get a lot of Marvel hype when you watch that movie, because something big has happened in this movie, which ties us into the next phase of all the movies. So we're there, folks. For anybody that watches these movies and go, nothing happens. And also, too, I'll give Dion a couple minutes and then I'll start talking about the movie so people don't have to wait. This movie, and I'll tell you this from the beginning, all of the stuff that you've heard in the press from other channels talking about Girl Boss and this and that, we've all been lied to. This movie doesn't feature any of that shit. Much like Superman doesn't feature politics like they're telling you it does, this movie doesn't feature it. Like, Sue Storm is not the leader of the team. The Hollywood Reporter lied. Reed Richards is the leader of the team. Full movie. He runs the show. Everything is run through him. You're the smartest one, this, that, and the other. Johnny Storm is lusting after women. It's in the movie. They talk about his girlfriends. They talk about dating. He's the classic Johnny Storm. The only thing I can bitch about is the Thing's voice isn't gruff enough. But other than that, we're looking at a pretty authentic, true-to-form Fantastic Four. And I wanted to talk to you guys about this, too, because I'm really getting tired of the rigmarole, the outrage shit. Like, it's backfiring on them. We put out a video about Rage Bait Fail. These people are trying to get people riled up. Like, Kevin Feige and people are in the press are saying it, but then their work doesn't feature it. So it makes people not want to watch it. Like, Superman could make more money if it didn't tell people it's an immigrant allegory and this and that. Like, the character of Superman can be seen that way and is seen that way, but the movie doesn't feature those politics. And so the Fantastic Four, it's just like Bray Wyatt used to say, they've been lying to you, man. You've been bullshitted, and it's not world class.
Nope.
So let's see. 10 figures of Foley will not rival your collection of Rose Tico. You shut your mouth, S.A. I love Step Brothers. No, I don't have a single Rose Tico in this house, so they will never ever that'll never pop up.
Listen. They've been ground up and spit out onto some child's playground somewhere. Okay, that's where they are right now.
Well, no, they're in a toilet somewhere because I flushed all those turds right down the crapper. You know, Drew, I always wish everyone the best, but it's getting to a point where people are literally making up shit now to just get outrage clicks and views, and it's stupid. Like, instead of me making an outrage video, I really never made outrage videos. Mine were a little more technical. But, like, I don't like certain things. Like the Ryan Johnson trilogy. Instead of me ranting about how Ryan Johnson railroaded our childhood and did shit like that, one, I make fun of him in Stealing Solo 2, so read that book next couple months. But two, I went and did a crime noir parody just to have fun with the topic. You know, some of these topics that are relevant to the channel, I want to do something different so you guys have something different to watch. I find it entertaining to talk about these topics, and I know you guys like these things, and I just want to do it in a new way, a world-class way. What did I do with the Shuricopters? I gave one away to a listener. I gave two away to a listener. I have one here, and I signed one for somebody else. So there's a Shuricopter somewhere in this office. It's like a hidden bomb. I'm worried. Is it under my desk? Am I going to blow up? No. I went to Ollie's the other day to actually buy some stuff, not to go film in any toy videos.
That is... Oh, speaking of which, I think there's like 2 or 3 Ollies down here, so...
Yeah, we're going. Yeah, Ollie's road trip, Atlanta style.
Yep.
I hope your Ollies are nicer than mine, because, you know, for a while, I tried to paint Ollies in a nice light, and now people are like, honesty is the most important. So, like, my Ollies is pretty janky. Like, I refuse to use a bathroom in Ollie's, Nick. If I don't, like, I'll hold it and go to a Shell station.
Oh, jeez.
Or a Buc-ee's, because they have
Or a
nice
Buc-ee's?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, Buc-ee's.
By the way, thank you, Drew. I appreciate that. I like your Hulk Hogan logo, by the way. That's the first thing I noticed when you started messaging us tonight. Gotta get me a Hulkamania. Yeah, do I need a Hulkamania shirt? No, this is good enough. This is good enough. All right, well, you know what?
I messaged. I even texted Dion. He's not. I don't know where he is. I think he's on the shitter, and he fell asleep.
Well, they're watching wrestling, I think. No, they're
Dion.
watching boxing.
Dion, come on back now. Come on, Dion. Can you hear me, buddy? Hillary, if you can hear me, get Dion.
There we go. I've changed his name. He's now America's stepdad, officially on the channel. So, when our names pop up, there we go. I'm glad you and the missus liked Jurassic Park and Superman. See, I had this conversation with the people at the theater today after leaving Fantastic Four. Movies are getting a little better because, at least the big ones that I've seen. Now, I haven't watched every movie, and not every movie was good. Like, I still think Captain America 4 was absolute garbage. But Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four are not that type of film. It's not trying to set you off with some kind of story or it reflects the world outside of our window type of rhetoric. It's not that. You know, Fantastic Four is a big epic in the classic Marvel way, and dare I say, it's pretty good. So I'm not going to spoil a lot of stuff for you folks. I'm going to tell you a general outline of the story based on the trailer and a few points, and then you can ask me all the questions you want. But you know the story. It's about the origin of the Fantastic Four, which is told in flashback, and then it's about the coming of Galactus, and them also going to have the baby Franklin Richards. Now, the one part that they don't show you in the trailer at all is there is a portion of this film where they go to space to fight Galactus. And that is some of the most visually interesting Marvel I've seen in years. We're talking like Infinity War interesting. They're in a black hole. They face off with... Like, it's some cool looking shit. So if you're looking for a fun, fast-paced action movie that is literally the best Fantastic Four movie ever made, watch it. I watched Rise of the Silver Surfer in anticipation of this new film. And every once in a while, I will pop on a bootleg of the 1994 Fantastic Four because I really like the spirit of that movie. There's something, I don't want to say wholesome about it, but like the cheesiness is so earnest that you kind of fall in love with it. And the fact that the actors really tried, even though they didn't get anything out of it and they kind of got screwed over with the rights and stuff. I think that movie is a fun watch. Not great, not as good as like a 90s Ninja Turtle movie or Batman or Blade, but it's still better than a lot of the big budget movies that I've paid $20 to see on the cinema screens. And that being said, the relationships of the Fantastic Four are excellent and well done. And I do mean that word excellent. I know everybody hates Pedro Pascal, and hey, I'm tired of seeing him too. But he can act in this movie. He does a good job portraying Reed Richards. If he didn't have the mustache, I might like him a little more. But other than that, he's a good Reed. He's better than Ewan Griffith. He's better than Miles Teller. He's better than Alex Hyde White. Sue Storm. Now, Jessica Alba was sexy and funny and all those great things, and a smart businesswoman to boot. But Vanessa Kirby does a better job. The new Johnny Storm, much better than Chris Evans or Michael B. Jordan or Bug from Uncle Buck. And then the Thing. I wish his voice was more gruff, but he's enjoyable and it's well done. Now, the humor in this movie is toned down, comparatively speaking. There are funny moments. There's a lot of levity, but it's not a joke a minute. Throw it in your face. Let's cut the tension. There was one joke that I thought killed the tension in one scene, but then they stopped and went right back to it. So they are really pulling back on the annoyances that we feel as Marvel fans. Now, the effects looked great. This movie was set in a futuristic alternate reality of it was Earth 828, which is Jack Kirby's birthday. They actually make that a plot point. I thought that was really well done. And this movie has the best Stan Lee cameo in a while. And yeah, I get it, he's dead. But my point is, it's 1960s Stan Lee CGI'd into the movie. And if you don't know what Stan Lee looked like in the 60s, if you're not like me, who's got encyclopedias and shit of these characters and these books, you won't even notice it. But it was so well done. And they give a nod to Jack Kirby. It's so nice, as a comic artist and creator myself, to see the guys that really... Because, we'll get off the apple box about Stan Lee's contributions, but Jack Kirby is just as much Fantastic Four as anybody else. And this movie ends with a quote from that artist. No other superhero movie ends with a quote from the artist talking about how the characters are a reflection of them or this and that. It was really cool. The world that they build for the Fantastic Four feels very much like our 1960s. They modernize it a little bit. There are flying cars and robots and certain things like that. But it's very much in the vein of The Incredibles. So if you like The Incredibles, you'll probably like this movie. Also add to the fact that Galactus is awesome. He's not a cloud. He's not hokey. Galactus walking down the street in the trailer that looks kind of funny, it's not played for laughs. The Mole Man is played for laughs. Some of Subterranean is played for laughs. But it's a brief moment. They also do a flashback that shows you the Fantastic Four's origin and their early adventures, and they're ripped right out of the comic books. They even make fun of the worst comic book I've ever read. Now, okay, from the Fantastic Four, not ever. Folks, if you listen to everything we do, late last year, you noticed that I had, right around Christmas time, was starting to read some more Fantastic Four. And so they have this character called the Red Ghost. He's a space communist who has radioactive gorillas and chimps to fight the Fantastic Four. I think it's the worst character ever. He's in the movie. They make fun of him. They know what works. They know what doesn't work. Overall, I'd say this movie is highly enjoyable. Superman is a point above it, but it's very rewatchable and very good. This is not Iron Fist. This is not Shang-Chi. This is not Black Girl Magic like Wakanda Forever. This is not Ironheart. It's like all that garbage crap that you all hate from Marvel is stuck on Disney Plus to appease the social media people. But a movie like this needs to appeal to a broader audience. And I saw it in a fairly, for a 2 o'clock showing on a Thursday in the summer, there were kids there, there were parents there, there were older people there. I was there. The kids loved it. They were clapping and cheering at shit. The adults were laughing. Everybody left happy. It was one of those movies where we all kind of got up, we looked at each other, we kind of gave that nod of approval, and then we went our own separate ways. And that's what I love about going to a movie theater. You're in there for 2 hours with another person, group of people, and you have this shared experience. And I left happy. I was telling the people at concession stand, I thought it was a good time. Talked to the ticket taker, thought it was a good time. I mean this with all sincerity. If somebody is telling you it's woke, it's a lie. Do not trust that shit. Do what you want to do, use your own judgment. At the end of the day, if you want to see this movie, see it. If you don't, I don't care. I don't get a cut of this. I don't get a kickback. It's all about what you guys want to do. But this movie does not feature the shit that other places are telling you it features. This is not this is not Captain America for Brave New World. This is Fantastic Four through and through, and this is like Marvel trying to get their shit together, because it's like they knew Superman was going to be competition, big competition, and I think they delivered a comparable film. I still liked Superman a smidge more. Superman made me feel something. I was like, I like Superman again. Kindness is punk rock. All that shit worked for me. I liked that movie, and I don't care what people say. I'm always going to give you my opinion. This one was a winner, and so I would recommend it. I will watch it again. I kind of want to go see it on a bigger IMAX screen, because that space shit that they do in this movie is awesome. It's like, it blows anything visually that they did in the new Star Wars trilogy, Star Trek trilogy, Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, their outer space in the Fantastic Four is not that bright, purpley, nebulous shit. It's like stark stars, but it looks great. The Silver Surfer is like surfing on a dust storm through space and goes through it. Like, it's great. Like, it's really cool. Visually, it's great. The story works too. So I don't really have any complaints about it. Mole Man was in it. Mole Man was a big part of the film. Mole Man appeared multiple times. He's like, let me rephrase, he's not a big part of the film. He's a key plot point that comes in towards the end, because there's okay, so remember how everyone complained in Man of Steel, how wanton destruction and all the people that die? Superhero movies now address that. Like Superman, he did his best to save everybody. There was evacuations. Fantastic Four follows similar suits to how Superman handled these bigger problems. So it has a lot of its bases covered. And personally, I want to see more of the Fantastic Four. Like it says, they'll appear again in Avengers Doomsday. That's fine. I still have reservations about that film, as you can throw everything at the wall to see what sticks, but at the end of the day, you still have a wall full of shit. And if you're going to take a couple interesting characters and you're going to make them try to do quips with fucking She-Hulk and Shuri and Ironheart and all these B-list, Z-list, D-list characters that none of you people like, well, then you're going to have a shit movie. But conversely, if Marvel opens up their damn wallet and says, we're going to pay Tom Holland his money and Robert Downey Jr. and all these guys and get them all back, the Fantastic Four would fit in well with the original Avengers, the original cast. Like, you could have put them with the Infinity War group and they wouldn't feel like outcasts. You'd be like, oh shit, the Fantastic Four is here too. And from an artistry standpoint, man, you're going to love this movie. The whole world is thought out, from the TVs to the radios to the way they record sound. Like, it's very much our world, like modern technology, but a 60s style, and it's very cool. So if you're looking for something to kick back and watch on the big screen, hell, get it any way you want. Have a drink or two. I don't think the Fantastic Four is going to leave you guys disappointed. So let me see what you guys are saying real quick about this. Matt, hey, it's your prerogative. I'm not going to say if anybody doesn't agree with me that they're wrong. It's your prerogative. If you don't want to give Disney the money, no problem whatsoever. Now, Sly, I agree. These artists did get hosed on a lot of stuff, but sadly, a lot of the guys signed their stuff away or just came to, like, the one person that fucked up was Steve Ditko. He could have got more royalties, but he is an Ayn Randian student and loves objectivism and pissed that away. So that opportunity was gone. Red Ghost was cut from the film. No, Red Ghost was not cut from the film. Red Ghost is a flashback character, and it was hilarious. In Jettison Guy, I loved the nod. Dude, I'll tell you, this is a spoiler that really won't ruin anyone's experience, because it's not a story spoiler. When they're flying through New York, they fly through and they show Timely Comics, which was Marvel's original name, and you see two guys that are supposed to be Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, and they show all these drawings on the wall that are Jack Kirby monster comics. It was really cool. That, again, I'm the diehard art fan. I make my own books. You guys know I love this shit. It was cool to see. Let's see. Yeah, Drew, I agree. A lot of the controversy is coming from the cast and the reporters, but those people are lying. Those are the people I'm talking about. They're full of shit. Like Joseph Quinn, the actor who plays Johnny Storm. Johnny Storm wants to get laid in this movie. That ain't like, oh, you know, that's very much like Chris Evans style. Well, hey, TLJ Screwjob again. You'll probably check it out in the future one day if you don't have to pay for it. You might be surprised. But Superman I liked more. Like, Superman's going to get a hot toy purchase. The Fantastic Four. I guess if you want to gauge my interest, I won't buy any of the merchandise from this movie, but I will watch this movie again. That's pretty much how I'm going to say it. Kim asks, did you like Mole Man's portrayal? I did. He looked slightly different than I thought. They didn't give him the big nose and the receding hairline, but they gave him the glasses, and he's pretty funny. So I enjoyed him. What do I think they'll do with the X-Men? Now that is where I don't think Marvel could help themselves. It's like, it's already a diverse comic book. You got people from Canada, Mexico, China, Japan, gay, straight, everything in between. It doesn't really matter because it's the X-Men. It's not about... It is about their differences, but it's also about their humanity and how they integrate with our society and our world and how they are outcasts, but they'll fight to protect it. It's a very interesting comic book concept and one of the best ever, especially when Chris Claremont writes it and John Byrne draws it. That being said, I don't think that the MCU is going to do it as well as they did the Fantastic Four, because for some reason, for some goddamn reason, they think that social media is going to dictate if a movie succeeds, and they think that social media is going to get people like to react about this movie positively. I say, sell your movie on social media by putting out commercials, trailers, shorts, all that stuff. Don't give sound bites to these dickhead reporters, and don't give sound bites to these stupid actors to try to sound smarter than they truly are. This is, you know, this is not the movie that you've been told it is, and it's not woke as they like to say on the internet. It's just a solid movie that I like. So, I too want a straight Iceman.
So you liked it. So you actually liked it.
Oh yeah. And now, folks, we're working on launching our first episode of Bracket Battle officially, and I've been waiting on it because I wanted to do Bracket Battle, the MCU, as our first episode, because our first podcast of WCBS was the Marvel Cinematic Universe episode back in 2015 when Ant-Man was the newest film in the MCU. Jesus. So, yeah, I know, right? It's been 10 years of us, 10 years of that shit.
Oh my god, okay, so now I know why when I stand up, my entire body sounds like bubble wrap. Okay, that's good to know. Mine
sounds like when you pop a cork off champagne. It's like, oh, okay. Oh god, shit.
That's not good.
No, I honestly, I feel better now than I did then 10 years ago. But that also comes from just living cleaner. But that's that's
100% true. But no, I'm glad you liked it because I was wondering about that. I mean, I even checked the theater and the popular theater near me for Saturday for a regular standard show, and it's still like there are 4 seats sold.
Ironic.
There are 4 seats sold. So I think this movie's going to suffer from Disney-itis of people just being tired of that shit and of the superheroes, and I don't think it's going to do too well. I think it's going to do. I like I said when Dion was here last week. I think it's going to do below the numbers for Superman.
Do me a favor, pull up the Superman numbers. But what I was going to say though is like Disney did that to themselves. Like the audience isn't making this shit up. They're being sold this in certain certain channels, certain avenues, and it is justified to be pissed off at these people because, folks, you don't have a guaranteed amount of time in life. Why waste it watching garbage entertainment? So, let's see. Kim, I gotta check that game out. Jennison Guy talking about the VFX. Really, that's the highlight of the film. I think the visuals in this movie. No, okay. Both of these films have black hole, Superman and Fantastic Four. Superman is a little more fantastical in its outer space representation with that black hole shit, and that was awesome. Like, that was a really cool scene. That made me want to buy the movie. But the shit with Galactus in the beginning and middle of the film is so visually stunning, too, that, like, if you're one of those people who partakes, you could just watch this movie and fly off into space with it. Like, it'll blow you away that way.
Okay, so according to Google, the opening weekend for Superman domestically was 122.
Yeah, with the Comic-Con hype and all this stuff, I don't know. When I saw Superman at the early screening, that shit was full, dude. Like people were really
same,
reacting.
dude. Same. Yeah, it was packed. It was packed when I went to go see the this early screening as well. So
I'm glad that you liked Superman as well. It was nice to kind of geek out about a superhero movie that wasn't full of garbage and bullshit.
no, it was. It was fun to see something that is actually good, and I'm glad DC's going this route. And it seems like after the success of this and the continued success of Superman, they're planning the whole thing all of a sudden. I'm hearing articles come out. They're doing panels at Comic-Con and things like that. They're announcing stuff. So it seems like that, like James Gunn, earned his keep with making this movie. So like they tried real hard and they got it. So
like I had said earlier on a stream, this is Marvel and DC both put out like their first superheroes. And I get it, folks. Timely Comics existed before Marvel, but Marvel's first book that's called Marvel Comics is the Fantastic Four. Action Comics #1 featuring Superman. Like, 2025 is the year where the comic book movie kind of resets in a way. And I hope that those two films are the blueprint for where we go with like Avengers and eventually Batman and the Justice League and all that shit. Like, I again, it may not be the hottest thing on YouTube, but if movies are more like the last two of these, I personally will be happy. I don't need to see dark and gritty shit. That's it.
Yeah, but also like don't bring out like 3 a year. Make it like at the very most 1 a year. Don't oversaturate.
I'm okay with 2, but like put them out early and end of year, like March and November. That's enough.
Okay, that's fine. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like the way Marvel was doing it towards the end, they're like 3 a year plus shows plus other bullshit. I was like, dude, you are doing too much. You need to calm down.
The shows are garbage. Like, for all the stuff that people want to read into the movies, the shows actually do have that. Like, Ironheart is so stereotypically black. It's not like offensive because I don't give a shit, but it's stupid how stereotypical it is and how it plays onto the lowest common denominator of black America. And it's like, okay, well, that's the problem. We want to watch a Marvel Comics show. We want to watch a Marvel Comics movie.
Yeah.
I don't think if you want to make a show about Black America or you want to watch it, go watch Abbott Elementary. Go watch The Wire. Go watch these other shows.
Yeah.
Marvel TV on Disney Plus is bullshit. And it's in the business of trying to like make a thing that's not that. Like Agatha and the Coven of Chaos or whatever the hell it was. That show's shit. That was absolute shit. But they want to turn it like it's a show for cat ladies. It's just something that, your average Marvel fan isn't going to get into. And, I don't give a shit that the character's gay. Whatever. Not a big deal to me. But the character sucked. But
no, like, and that was something they kept advertising for Agatha, or one of the shows, like it came out recently in the last year or so. Oh, this is the gayest Marvel show. This is the gayest Marvel show. This is the gayest Marvel show. It's like, why do you keep saying that? You're going to turn off the majority of your audience. Or, if you keep saying that. I mean, it's fine. I'm happy that people like that. That's good. But like, majority of the audience doesn't give a shit and they don't want it thrown down their throats, and with you constantly saying it, it's just gonna be bad. And they just kept doing it and kept doing it and kept being the soundbite. I was like, Jesus, come on.
Same with The Acolyte. It's the gayest Star Wars show where it's like, okay, you realize that we have now reached the tipping point, or the pendulum has swung the other way, where calling something gay is like the 90s way again. The pejorative is back and people don't like correct you for saying it.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, like if you say like, oh, that's gay, people don't go like, Hillary Duff doesn't come out of the corner and go like, hey, excuse me, you shouldn't use that word, it's offensive. It's just people like laugh it off because it's been such a push of political correctness that people are just like, I'm done. I'm going back to the edgy, offensive way of 30 years ago, and everyone's happy that it's back. It's like nobody actually dislikes minorities and gay people and this but social media builds them up as like, you don't understand their plight, we got to tell their stories. It's like, why do you need to make a comic book show about representation for 1% of 1% of the population? Like, if everyone's happy and healthy and doing their own thing, awesome. But like, is like Blade or Daredevil your place to really put that social commentary. I think you mistake Marvel Comics coming out in a time where, like, people were protesting or there were certain types of things on college campuses because you were trying to be topical. The internet makes shit up. Like, they make shit based on internet bullshit.
Yeah, but I feel like once again, I feel like the '90s was the era where everything calmed down. Everybody was cool with everybody. There wasn't a lot of stuff. We had a bunch of good entertainment from all sides, and nobody really gave a shit about that stuff. I mean, we just had a lot of good things during that time where like everybody was like generally happy and everything was pretty good, you know. And then I think some people got up in arms and were just like, well, things are too good and it's not good enough for these people because, you know, they're still in poverty. It's like, just shut up. Just stop.
They can't all be winners. And you can't, you don't need to tear everybody else's shit down just to, you know, make yourself happy.
No, exactly. You know, so it's just, I don't know. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Not world class.
No, it's not. But no, I'm glad you liked Fantastic Four. But I think, like I said, I think because of the stink that Disney has had these last few years, it's not going to make the numbers as Superman did. Like if it gets close or near it or even beats it, I will be incredibly shocked.
I will too. I'll be following this, and I'm going to make a video.
Yeah, and I also think because of the saturation of Pedro Pascal, people might not want to watch it either. You know?
Oh yeah, I get that though. Like, I don't find him annoying on screen. I find him annoying in real life and on the internet. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't dislike the characters he plays. I don't like him because he's like too needy and too weird and like he's.
Oh, so he's an actor then. He's an actor then. Gotcha. He's an actor. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I guess because I like actors like Harrison Ford who aren't like that. They're just really good actors, and then, you know, they're like kind of whatever, like aloof. Like, that's fine with me. But I swear that that guy he's like a drama queen.
Well, no, he's been trained by certain. He's hitting a certain side. And he knows the buttons to press and the things to say and the sound bites to, you know, repost and the ones he needs to get in order to be on everybody's good side and just be very loved and, you know, say the correct things and all that other stuff. Like, he knows what to do during all these like press conferences and stuff. He's been very well trained on those things, and he's getting paid quite a bit over these last two or three, maybe 4 years of being in everything that like he doesn't want that to stop. But it's a thing of like oversaturation where that's going to kill him. It's like being everywhere. It's kind of like The Rock, you know, had there for a bit where he was in a lot of movies all at once. I mean, people were just like, dude, fucking stop. None of them are good. Just quit. You know.
But The Rock had the cool factor. Pedro Pascal.
No, that's true. Not. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the cool factor. He like, I don't know. He wants to be the person that everybody likes. Like, he wants to be liked at the party by everybody, but that's not going to happen. I'm sorry. At some point, people are just not going to like you, you know. And I think we're at peak Pedro Pascal right now, and it's going to be, you know, dwindling very quickly, and it's going to come to a point where like he won't be appearing in a lot less stuff for sure.
Well, I won't miss him. I like his voice as the Mandalorian, but that's kind of it.
But I think the Mandalorian movie's coming out this year or next year, and I think it's going to end there or whatever's happening. I don't know.
It's next year, and fine, you know, it is what it is. But that show started strong and ended poorly, or at least it's in limbo, and it was garbage for a while. So Disney Plus just sucks.
Dude,
Disney sucks.
Dude, that was, and it's yeah, because I mean, they're not making any money off it at all, and like we can go into the streaming talk again, but you know. Everybody knows our stance on streaming. It's terrible. Hence why I built this giant brick next to me with all my fucking movies on it.
Wait, you're telling me you don't like streaming so you can watch classics like Poltergeist 2? Dude, I didn't realize how terrible Poltergeist 2 was. I'll save that rant for when I'm in person with you.
Okay.
But damn it, was that terrible?
I found, dude, I got Prime for a year for cheap, and I'm just pulling things off of that. But there's one movie I found, Roy Scheider, called Night Game. 80s, he's a detective, 80s detective movie. It's fucking good. It's so much fun.
I'll have to watch it.
No, I got on this thing. We'll watch it together. It's good, man. I watched it recently when I was at the gym, and I was like, this is fucking good, man. Like Roy Scheider is a detective in the '80s, and like he's got some shady connections to his past that keeps getting mentioned and stuff. Like it was a good movie. There's
Does
people
he tell
getting
any son of a bitch to smile? Because
and like there's a fucking murderer killing all these blondes, and he has to figure out the pattern, and like the pattern's crazy. It's so nuts. It's so much fun.
Sly C, I have Kolchak the Night Stalker on Blu-ray. It's a good show.
Oh shit, that's a good one. Yeah. But no, like because Prime's got some weird things on there that I'm gonna grab. So I'm gonna start getting on there every now and again and start pulling things off. But that's one I found randomly, and I was just like, I like that one. Hey, he's not there.
No, we're gonna close the show out. Dion is dead, I guess. He fell into the black hole that the Fantastic Four. That's not like what you think I'm talking about, folks. Isn't what I'm talking about. Stuff with Thunderbolts, not even connected. So,
yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see them try to pull. I know they have their new 2 big movies coming out next year, like Avenger Wars or
Secret Wars, and
then
Doomsday. Doomsday's
yeah.
first.
Yeah, Doomsday's first. So yeah, I honestly, yeah, I mean, I'm really. They're gonna limp it. They're gonna limp it in the end, and them saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna reboot everything." That's not a good sign either. It's not a good sign either.
No, this alternate reality shit where you can recast actors for a lower pay. Like, I know this is horrible. I'd rather them recast the actors for shittier versions than give us the D-list characters that they're giving us. Like, yeah, I think Robert Downey Jr. is the top of the charts. But, like, if you have to bring in some, like, B-list Iron Man instead of Ironheart, I'll do it. Like, I'll take it. But I just want him to stop, honestly. Like, this one was cool because it doesn't tie it into the other movies. Just stop trying to tie shit together. Do more one-offs. Do, less connected shit. That would be fun.
Yeah, take some chances, and introduce us to some, a few off-the-wall Marvel characters that we don't normally see. And see how those go. If they do good, then make a sequel. If not... You made one, that's it. You tried,
Yeah,
But...
we don't need who doesn't need a movie? We don't need another Howard the Duck.
Oh my god. Oh jeez. Yeah, no, all these studios need to figure it out. I mean, it's once again, I'm waiting for Monday to know the totals for Fantastic Four. And I think if once again, I'm really hoping that they are below Superman, because that'll really, that'll really give them a shock to their system, and it'll really fuck with them, and I think it'll be hilarious.
So Nick, is there I can see WCBS's thumbnail already. It's Disney doomed. Robert Downey Jr. is just too damn expensive. You never know, man. Jettison Guy, you might be from the future. You might be traveling through a wormhole.
Well,
Let us know.
Well, I mean, that's why you see a lot of these Netflix shows get canceled, the ones that people like, because they don't want to keep paying them. They don't want the show to get expensive, and then they have to fork out all this money to these actors. That's the thing that happens.
Dude, that happened to my show Duster on HBO Max. That shit got canceled. Like, it ended on a Thursday. No, I think it ended on a Wednesday. It got canceled on Friday. Like, I was like, oh, man.
And I heard Duster was coming up because I started hearing rumblings about it. I was like, oh, I need to check it out. And then I heard it got canceled. I'm just like, that's bullshit, because it was like a very like 70s centric show, and I was like, that sounds awesome. That sounds so fucking bitchin'. Good. Yeah, it sounds so fucking good.
If they could go back and re-edit like 5 sentences out of the ending, you could give the show complete closure. And it, like, because it's one of those shows where you're like, oh, I guess Duster's not coming back, because like everything gets tied up, and then they drop a few little nuggets, and then it's on. You're like, oh shit, season 2, but it's dead. Like, I liked
that. Is terrible.
I know, but people hate J.J. Abrams, and I do too. But man, that was a good show.
Yeah, but no, I think that's what happens, especially with like Stranger Things and Netflix. They kind of hit it out of the park, and they had to keep it going because of just like, it was just one of those things. And it ended up really fucking them over because they had the pandemic to go through. They had the writer's strike, and then they literally were filming until the day before Christmas of last year. I shit you not. If you look at like the Millie Bobby Brown's like Instagram, she made a little speech on set, and it was like the 22nd of December. They got done in Jackson, Georgia, filming.
And then you fly home for Christmas, you sleep, and then you get your $28
Well, no,
million
I think
paycheck.
I think she moved to Georgia. Like she's living somewhere in Georgia.
Even if I ran into her at the local Piggly Wiggly, I wouldn't say shit to her.
No.
I just don't care. It's
Yeah.
people are like, oh my god, it's 11. I'm like, oh no, it's 2:30, and then I would walk away or some dumb shit.
No, same. Yeah. But yeah, that show, man. Oh, jeez. Like this, just the fact that it got fucked over is like 3 times so much, and they had to spend so much money on it. And I kept seeing stuff about it, like they're like, oh, they're asking for cars, asking for stand-ins, asking for costumes, asking for people. Like in every week it happened, and they were asking for more and more stuff. It was insane. And I think Netflix gave them carte blanche with like the budget and just get it fucking done. Just be done with it. And that's why I think you posted the picture in our group, and it's like every episode is like a movie, like it's the BBC Sherlock show. Like every episode is a fucking movie.
Yeah, if those run times are legit, that is literally like 30 hours of Stranger Things season 3.
Here's the thing you have to also account for, like the cost per one episode.
Yeah.
It's
like
insane.
$250 million if it's that long.
Yeah, it's got to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars per episode. So that means they spent $500 million, if not more, for this last season, if not close to $1 billion.
I used to like Stranger Things, but now I've come to resent it for 2 reasons. One, it ain't as good as it used to be. That like pseudo E.T. Goonies sci-fi explorers like 80s kitschiness there was a charm to it, and it was cool, and it has the most bitchin' theme song of all time. Like the Stranger Things theme song is amazing, but the 3rd season sucked, and then it's been so long since the last season dropped, and I lose interest. I don't understand why they make you wait 3 to 5 years. I get it, there was a strike. I get it, there was a pandemic. That's different, but still, they stretched out between 2 and 3 for a while. I felt like it just was. They did,
and it's and once again, I think it's a lot of execs and shit trying to like balance budgets and marketing and things like that. It's a lot of people who are not creative, who are not looking at the correct numbers, figuring out it's like, oh well, it didn't do that good, it did, so it's okay. It's like, no, fucking get these guys in the writing room, or give them a vacation, whatever. Get them the fuck back in. Like this is why cocaine is needed in Hollywood again. This is why we need cocaine back in Hollywood, so we can get these things done on like a good time frame. That's what needs to happen again.
I'm down. I would be the best and worst producer ever because I'm like, get that shit done now. And I would like give you I'd give you enough to get it done, but like I'd yell at you every fucking day. It's like, really? She's not dead? Then get her ass out of bed and film that fucking scene. Like it would just be, I'd be Les Grossman. Seriously, I'd be literally
no. You would be Ari Gold. You would be fucking Ari Gold. That's who you would be.
I'm a little too tall for both of them, but yeah.
No, that's true. But like, Ari Gold got shit done. Like I remember, I love that show to death. I fucking love that show so much. I think I've had it on Blu-ray over here.
I need to watch it. I've never watched it,
dude. When you're over, we'll watch a couple episodes. We'll watch like the first few episodes. You'll get it. You'll get it. Yeah, you'll get it for sure. It was funny because that show is so old that it came out before weed was legalized in California.
Oh God, that's over a decade. I feel like.
Yeah, it's been a while, but it's just a bunch of dudes like trying to navigate Hollywood with their friend and making sure they don't get fucked over, and their agent, who is Ari Gold, is trying to make money and be their friends and make sure they don't get fucked over either, and it's just dealing with that whole system of like how do we make a lot of money, how do we keep it, how do we keep going. How do we, not get fucked over? How do I, keep composure, not get too drunk or too high or make fools of ourselves and stuff, So, dude, great show. So, like, it's one of those things. If you want to look into if you want to look like, what's happening in Hollywood or what was happening in Hollywood or how it works, that's the show to watch.
Real quick, I just got a notification. Guess what movie is getting like a rebooted saga? I'll give you a hint. It was a kids movie in the 90s, and it was sports themed.
Little Giants?
You want another hint?
Sure.
Basketball.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of bad teenage basketball movies.
With a dog.
It's fucking Air Bud?
Air Bud is getting a reboot.
What the fuck?
I don't know why. I don't want it, but Air Bud the reboot is happening.
Listen, there's a reason they don't make animal movies anymore. There's a fucking reason for that.
Yeah, they shouldn't. Just, CG. Like, give me Rocket Raccoon. That's as much as I need of an animal movie,
I don't know.
Funny.
I think with the CG of crypto on Superman, they can actually make like believable like CG dogs, and I think that's the way they want to go. So
it's safer. That way you don't have a Milo and Otis situation.
God,
I know, right?
That hearing the stories for that movie is just so heartbreaking. It's incredibly heartbreaking. Yeah, oh my God.
I wanna go back in time and just throw those dudes off a cliff. Fuck them.
Yeah, man. That. Oh my God.
This is Sparta style.
No shit. No shit.
Xavier to God, thank you very much. He says, in Entourage, Aquaman made more than the 2002 Spider-Man film.
Yeah. That was.
You know what's funny? In reality, Aquaman made more than the 2002 Spider-Man film. Aquaman crossed $1 billion. Spider-Man 1 did not.
Yeah.
Even adjusted for inflation, Aquaman was a bigger. God damn it, Aquaman was a bigger hit than Ew. Ew.
But no, damn folks, it. I will when Jeff is here for Dragon Con, I will make him watch like the first few episodes of Entourage for sure, and we'll get him started on that and get that obsession started with him as well.
Well, it's not going to become an obsession; it's a goal. So I want to be a movie producer, like in my older age. I want to produce Operation Saskatchewan and a lot of other shit.
Well, like I said, we'll take a day or whatever and go to my local coffee shop over here, and we'll just sit down and like take some California shots and drink some espresso and fucking hammer something out.
I like that idea because we get really low and really high.
Yeah, that's the idea. It's. I mean, it's fairly close. It's pretty nice. I like that. It's one of those.
You know what's even closer though, Nick, is your couch, and you have that delicious iced coffee that you keep in the fridge. So it's like, oh, okay. You don't feel like driving? No problem. Let's order some Uber Eats. We got the coffee shop here.
Oh my God, that's true.
A giant TV, an Xbox.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah, and I do in fact have Game Pass. I just realized I do have Game Pass.
Clone Geek can go to bed happy tonight. No.
Yeah. Let's see. Xavier to God, Nick showed Jeff a clip of Ari Gold. Oh shit, I should. Let's see.
Is it Jeremy Piven?
Yeah, it's Jeremy Piven. Yeah.
Oh, I love Jeremy Piven. I'm sold. Like I was already sold on the show. I just haven't had a chance to watch it.
He's like the Hollywood executive asshole version of Jeremy Piven. Like he's just that the whole time, and just like it's so funny because the way he yells at his assistant Lloyd is just so goddamn comedic. Like you have to laugh at it every time, even though he's like wants to kill the person sometimes. But just the things he does, and his mannerisms, the way he's very Jeremy Piven, is like the fucking best thing. And it was just, oh man, it's just so fucking hilarious, and he's so good at it.
Yes, the great Game Pass mystery of world-class bullshitters has been solved.
Yeah.
Nick, is there anything else you'd like to say before we put this baby to bed? Because Dion's in bed. Oh, baby.
Well, apparently he is.
On him. Yeah, he's just gone. Benjamin Franklin knocked his ass out tonight.
Apparently so.
Abe Lincoln ain't the toughest president in history now.
Jeez. Yeah, but no, I'll have Jeff watch some clips of Ari Gold, and then watch a couple episodes as well too, so we can get it going.
All right, folks. Well, make sure you check out. We have a video coming out on Saturday. It's going to be talking a little bit about. Oh, never mind. Darian217. Thank you very much again. He says, I almost forgot to share with you my thoughts on Superman from this past Sunday's viewing. Check your X message. Okay, folks. You can follow WCBS over on X/Twitter, WorldClassBS, and it gives you a direct line to us. So,
by the way, somebody did make a poster, a very quick poster of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Brother.
Oh, is it on Twitter?
It's on Twitter.
Yes, hold on. Let me pull this up, folks. Thank you very much for giving us Crouching Tiger, Hidden Brother. This comes from Bad Pervent69, great name. Let's see, notifications. Here we are, brother. Oh my god, this is amazing. Thank you.
This looks like a very like minimalist VHS box from like the late '90s, and I'm not.
Yeah, but tell
mad
me
at
you
it.
wouldn't buy this. You wouldn't rent this movie at Blockbuster and then buy it at Hollywood Video on discount.
Oh, fucking course I would. Of fucking course I would.
There
like
we go.
If that's a front of it, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Brother, and just him ripping and shit, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna see how this goes.
All right, so
Yeah.
Darian didn't really like Superman.
That's fine. You're allowed to not like it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I just, I liked that he saved the squirrel. I liked the speech that Superman gave. I did think it was funny when Lex Luthor got attacked by the dog. I must come from the hardest parts of this city to please. I mean, like I said, here on this channel, it's never you're right or wrong. It's always about, your opinions and takes are yours. I just saw it with a group of people here that loved it. I saw it twice, and I've thought about it. And the only part I don't like is the end credit music. I hate that song, I'm a punk rocker. So remember the movie Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back?
Yeah.
There is a parody version of the song that's played at the end of that called Hip Hopper. And so all I can do is think of the version from Jay and Silent Bob. And all these people on the internet are like, oh, Iggy Pop's so great. And Iggy Pop's cool and all. But I just don't like... I mean, that's the thing I don't like about James Gunn's movies or the music. I'm not really interested in, like, how to take a pop tune and tie it into a movie. That's my biggest gripe about the Guardians movies. I like the come and get your love part because I think it's funny, but, like, I think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 has got shit music outside of Space Hog in the meantime. And I'm not into those songs. It's really... I think what takes me out of it is you put a song I don't like in a movie that I'm interested in, it takes me out of the movie and it's harder to come back. Because music tastes are so subjective and it's a lot harder of a sell for me. A good score is a good score. And, like... the
Oh,
John
of course,
Williams
yeah.
music
And those
is
are...
amazing.
those are hard to come by.
Yeah, the Fantastic Four score is not that great. They do sing Fantastic Four. Like, those words are sung in the score. But I would have preferred, like, a lighter, jazzier tone like The Incredibles. Something a little more fast-paced and very 60s, but it didn't. Though also, Darian, I wouldn't have minded less crypto. Like, I would be excited for Superman 2 that doesn't have crypto in it. He's cute. He's funny. But the joke works all but one time. But even that aside, like, I still gave it... What, I give it an 8 out of 10, Nick?
Yeah, yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good movie. It did well. But, yeah, we will see what happens with Fantastic Four.
Well, I just like that these movies are bringing back the real versions of these characters. Like, this isn't grimdark Zack Snyder. This isn't grimdark Josh Trank from 2015's Fan4stick. Like, the dark, grim aesthetic, the GameStop aesthetic, like, that shit has never been comic books. And, like, a guy like me who will read the most zany shit and the most hard-edged shit and this and that, I've been waiting to get to this era again. Because now that we're out of the grim, dark, depressed, I want to kill myself Martha phase, I'm back on board. Like, I will... Just get me off Disney Plus. That just shit sucks. Oh my god. That is... Disney Plus just sucks for the original content.
No, it really does.
The Hulu back catalog is worth keeping it for, but that's about it.
By the way, there's a cartoon I watch on Hulu. It's called Grimsburg. It's an adult cartoon. It's pretty good. You should check it out.
Grimsburg. Got it. Let me write that down.
By the way, there's a new funny movie coming out that is directed and written by Aziz Ansari. It's called Good Fortune. Keanu Reeves is an angel who helps him out.
All right, I might be able to get into that, even though Aziz Ansari is annoying as shit.
He is, but also there's somebody else annoying in there as well too. It's Seth Rogen. But like, I would watch a trailer and look at it because I watched it. I'm just like, this seems hilarious. Like, I might actually check this out.
It could be worse if Kumi Dabjabi was in it.
By the way, can I use her Twitter to just give him shit all the time?
Let me create some funny memes that like will really like stick it to him personally. And then when he's like, "Would you please stop?" I'm like, "Yeah, come on our show and we'll apologize to you publicly." All I need is 5 minutes of your time. And then he'll come on the show.
I will gladly do that. I'll be like, "Buddy, what's up, man?"
I'll start the show. "Hey, Kumail Nanjiani, I'm sorry. Now, that being said, I hate the Eternals. Am I racist? No. It was just a dumb movie."
Yeah, because like I just feel like it'd be funny. I feel like he's sensitive. I feel like he's sensitive enough to where if you give him a little bit of shit, if we tweet him a little bit of shit and people like get on it, he'll be like, dude, stop.
You know what we'll do? I don't want to spend the money, but I'll go to Ollie's and pick up some of those Eternals figures. And I'll be like, every day you ignore us, Kumi Nabjabi, we will sacrifice one of your action figures. I'm doing that. I'm fucking doing it.
Oh my god.
That's our new directive.
That's fucked up, but I like it.
Dude, I fell asleep in the Eternals too. And Dion and Hillary flew out to California. We all saw it on the biggest screen, laser IMAX. It was the most expensive movie ticket I've ever purchased. That was garbage. Oh, I guess our last piece of news, Nick, is they're making a Murder, She Wrote movie with Jamie Lee Curtis.
You know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
If they include the original theme song, I'm there.
They probably will. Yeah, because I mean that's the only way to get it done is to have the original music as well. But no, she's old and so is Murder She Wrote, so why not make that movie? It's fine. Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis ain't doing nothing. As long as she's not doing any more fucking Halloween movies, we're okay.
Somebody wants to know a question about us. This will be our last one. This is fun. Has Dion ever drunkenly sang along to Free Fallin' by Tom Petty? No. Enough beers and I'll sing Running Down a Dream because that's my favorite. I don't really like Tom Petty. I don't dislike him, but Running Down a Dream is just like one of my favorite songs, period. So, yeah, any song that you can sing woohoo to for 2.5 minutes, it's a good time to me. So, folks, we're going to get out of here. It's a little later than usual because we started late, but we had a great show. We'd like to thank everybody who came out and drove to support the channel tonight. We appreciate you guys. Please come back next week and do the same thing for us because we'll be here next week to give you the same world-class takes on everything that you guys want and more. Be on the lookout for a video dropping on Saturday. Now, you've probably seen a little less than me than you like on YouTube. I know, you wish we were broadcasting every single day. Well, maybe in the fall I'll give you a new show or a show in the morning. But as of now, Bracket Battle, we have the first episode. We're lining that up. It's going to be a different show. It's not going to be with us. It's going to be different. But we'll do Bracket Battle for the MCU. But I've been finishing up Stealing Solo 2, and I do mean finishing up. I am on page 31 of 42, so that'll be done before we crowdfund it, because I don't want to have any hiccups or delays. As soon as I'm done drawing it, we'll start putting out more information. But if you follow me on Instagram, cheap plug, VJeff Hicks, I did drop an image of a flashback scene that shows the greed of Mark Hamill, the pile of money they used to pay off the actors, and Bob Iger and J.J. Abrams are in it too, so be on the lookout for that. You guys seem to like the image. But Nick and I will be at Dragon Con next month, so, watch our streams from there. We'll have a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, we'll try to broadcast some stuff as well. But also, I've been reposting Jeff's stuff on the main Instagram, World Class BS. So go check us out there as well too, because we're posting all the clips and everything else we have, and a lot of fun stuff. So follow us on there.
Yeah, we'll be clipping this show for tomorrow. So if you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or Rumble, you will find WCBS. Call your local cable operators and demand more world-class content. But until next time, folks, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
The following is a clip from the World Class Bullshitters live show, broadcasting live here on YouTube at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time